Yo, what's up everybody? Today we're going to be doing some more of the console fragments. Now I'm actually really quite excited for today. I felt very tired today thanks to playing this yesterday, but at the same time it was worth it. Like, last night was really quite fun. Yeah, we learned more about Tomoe and more about, you know, her sort of contribution to the actual, you know, just the idea of the police. The new investigation profiling techniques coming to life, and yeah, we saw Soma and Mayano as well, you know, really quite nice people, and yeah, just really interesting stuff overall. And yeah, I really wonder what we're going to learn today, because yeah, what's the fragment that we have first called? That is, if I would be on the right page, right? Yeah, retaliation for failure. Yeah, because it's actually really got interesting. With the incident reports yesterday, we got, like, you know, a sort of alternate timeline in Watanagashi, and we also got we got some Higurashi as well, and yeah, we got a little bit more detail on some Higurashi, not really that much that's too significant, but then we also got stuff for I can't remember, I think there was something else. I mean, I remember the day before, I want to say, yeah, it was the day before actually, because I remember that, you know, that scene when Mayano was drunk, and yeah, obviously Tomoe had to take him home. She had to do the Yomotsukari. But anyway, yeah, that scene, I remember, oh, I didn't save last time. Right. Oh, I forgot what I was even going to say. Never mind. Right, so, yeah, I forgot which fragment it was again, because I never looked. I am very smart. So, fragment 11. Right. Retaliation for failure. Right, it's going to be really quite interesting, because... Oh! It's definitely not going to start smart! Sorry, happily. That's what I was meant to say. I couldn't remember how I got here. When I came back to my senses, I noticed the asphalt had turned to soil, and I was surrounded by on all sides by the greenery of trees. Oh. Oh, it's Takano. This is the park. I raised my drunken head to take a look around. Oh, interesting. So this is after she's been drinking. Maybe this could potentially be on the day she, you know, she realised that Hinamizawa syndrome research may not be possible. People were scarce, and not a single of them was looking at me. She sounds pissed. I don't really care. Well, not really pissed as in drunk, but pissed off. I found a decent looking patch of grass and took a seat, then lay down and looked up at the sky. Yeah. A blue sky with white clouds. It was a calm, refreshing view, but for me right now it was a painful, ironic, vexatious presence. God, what does vexatious mean? Oh, causing or tending to make annoyance. Right. She's definitely got drunk though. Something has happened. I'd assume this is obviously after the elephant of the room. Damn it. Piece of shit. Without even thinking, I swore out loud with tearing at the weeds around me. God, everything was perfect. There was no need to worry about everything. The plan should have been a guaranteed success. Oh, yeah. Interesting. No, wait, hang on a second. I kind of get the impression from this could potentially be after the gas disaster. For the longest time, other management supported sacrificing the target and performing the ritual according to the manual. Preparations were made, personnel were assigned, and surrounding movements were being monitored specifically for that purpose. Yeah, definitely, yeah. And then on the night of the Watanagashi, the ceremony to mark the beginning went as planned, and the finale was to commence as soon as the target was secured. Yeah, but the target was already dead for 48 hours, and yet, despite all that, a single anomaly caused everything to fall apart. No, it was far worse than that. Everything that had been supporting me was ruined. Oh my god, yeah, of course. Yeah, and I find it really quite interesting because, no, I really wonder what's happened to Takano, you know, obviously, if the disaster never happens, because she would have been exposed for terrorism and, you know, actually attempting terrorism. Or, wait, no, hang on a second, she would have never, because this would have been a scientific misunderstanding. But at the same time, it still looked horrible for the organisation. It really would. So it would downright lie. Now that is interesting, she's thinking that. Yeah, God. Every time I thought about it, I felt a burning impulse in my mind and in my heart. Oh my god, yeah, definitely. Because the thing is with Takano, like, all of, you know, Hifumi's, you know, theses, she's always accepted them as reality. She's never sort of like a Bible, really. She's never really contemplated them whatsoever, and has always based her knowledge on them. And yeah, I should have struck harder. If all I was going to do was leave in low spirits and weep without saying a word, I should have attacked with all my emotional force behind me. That regret enraged me, and the tears wouldn't stop even at... Oh yeah, fair enough, yeah. Oh, a few days after the night of the Watanagashi. God, I sound like a fucking robot there. Yeah, the missing body of Hooded Erika was discovered in an old well in the basement of the Sonozaki estate. And what's more, a considerable amount of time had passed since her murder. Clearly more than fatey. Oh yes, it is very fatey, this. But clearly more than 48 hours. There was no need to wait for precise autopsy results. Oh, interesting. God, was it so, was her corpse so old that you could actually visibly see? Definitely, yeah. Yeah, she was almost certainly killed the day after Watanagasi and thrown to the bottom of the well. And as a result, the village was thrown into chaos, completely different from the violence we expected. Oh, interesting. I wonder... Oh, small town schoolgirl's midsummer murder. Oh, God. Oh, shit. So, yeah, the media really are cashing in on this. The curse of Yasudosama strikes again. The mass media wrote amusing stories about these incidents, and Hinamizawa was exposed to the eyes of the public day after day. Oh, shit. And what's more? Yeah, so what's more, with the death of all of the leaders of the three families causing the village to rapidly lose its unified strength, the plan to abandon the village that had been put on hold years ago was re-entering the center stage. Even so, we were desperately trying to turn things around, but we were very limited in what we could do, thanks to the police presence and the tremendous interest from the public. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah, it's going to be so much harder to be secretive now. It was hopeless. Yeah, fair enough. And
女王感染者が死ぬと48時間以内に村人全員が異常行動を引き起こす。故にその被害の余波が周辺地域に広がる前に部隊を派遣して速やかに予防措置を取るべき。
Yeah, so I really wonder the plan of abandoning the village. I wonder what the significance of that is going to be. Interesting that, yeah.
Isn't
that all stated in the emergency manual? Yes, that's right. Oh, that's really interesting. I mean, obviously, we had this, we've heard so much about, Takano not really wanting to get, I don't know, I mean, Hiyumi isn't even her grandfather, but obviously she feels so much of a bond that she actually calls him that. But, yeah, yes, that's right. It's true that my grandfather, Professor Takano hypothesized as much. Yeah, but the only thing is, I can't believe they'd act on a hypothesis. I mean, that really is insane. It's just like saying, I don't know, nuclear bombs are hypothesized to take out the entirety of Japan. Let's test out this hypothesis. Boom. It didn't work. It only worked with one city. But like, still. Well, I suppose. Wait, were two bombs dropped or just one? Yeah, two were atomic bombs, yeah. Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Yeah. You know, the only thing is if it's actually realised that her grandfather could potentially be the person doing the research, it would just be a little less respectful because, you know, obviously it won't be her own intuition, it will be family's intuition.
外国の同様の事例に従ったもので非常に説得力があると皆さんもおっしゃってくださったではありませんか。
Everybody said it was a compelling argument based on similar cases observed in foreign countries, didn't they?
でも現実には
Yeah.
です。
Definitely, but as you can clearly see, this is the
も
reality.
し本当に女王感染者の死が彼らに影響を及ぼしているのだとしたら、行方不明か否かにかかわらず、その死から48時間が経過した時点で異常が発生しているはず。
If the Queen's death actually did have an effect on them, it should have happened within 48 hours of her death, regardless if she had gone missing or not. Yeah, definitely.
しかし女王感染者が死んだ後も、村人は誰一人異常をきたしておりませんでしたし、村は至って平穏なものです。
However, none of the villagers were behaving abnormally after the Queen's death. In fact, the village was in an extremely peaceful state.
確かにあまりの惨劇に直面して皆動揺してはいますが、それはあくまで常識の範囲内。
It's true that everybody was upset by the major tragedy they were facing, but that's all within common sense.
危ないところでした。
Yeah, and interestingly enough, if Rika hadn't have died, I mean, her death is very sad, don't get me wrong, but yeah, if she hadn't have died, then the whole village would have died. So, I mean, even though Shion has, you know, killed 6 people, at least she saved the village, I suppose. I don't fucking know. I mean, at least as opposed to, you know, 2,000, it's just 6. But still, those 6 are going to have some of the worst effects of, you know, the entire village.
こんな妄言に踊らされて村人に処置を施していたら、我々はとんでもない大量殺戮によって
Definitely, and I mean,
血に染めてし
you
ま
know,
っている
in
ところ
any
でした
world
よ。
with the gas disaster actually happening, this did happen. If we let ourselves dance to the tune of that insane delusion, insane delusion, I found that really quite interesting, yeah, and exterminated the villagers, we would have stained our hands with the blood of a mass scale genocide. Yeah, entirely. He clicked his tongue after saying that while slamming the fire when his hands down to the floor. Oh, yeah, definitely. The other people lined up beside him had the same look on their faces. Contempt. Pity. Yeah, understandable. And hatred and rage for the one who deceived them. But please wait. The anomalous behaviour will still occur. I'm sure it will happen in the future.
その発生にタイムラグが生じているだけなんです。
There's just a time lag before it
高野
happens.
先生の研究調書に間違いはないんです。
Oh god, she really is deep. She is digging a pit deeper and deeper. The thing is, I mean, she is obviously, the fact that she's actually got to this position really shows that, you know, she does have skill and everything, but at the same time, she really is too sentimental and stuff like this.
お願いで
Seriously.
す。信じて。
Yeah,
信じてください。
that's just such an obvious indication of
とりあ
defeat.
えず入江機関にはこの件について報告書の提出を求めます。
For the time being, we've requested the EDA Institute to submit a report on this
それ
matter.
からプロジェクトに対しての見直しを。
And then the project will be subject
研
to
究の
review.
主軸である対象が死亡してしまったのですから当然の処置だと思いますが。
With the primary subject of the research deceased, I think it's a natural course of action. It can't be. Jesus. Holy fuck. I mean, okay, I get that she's sad, but like, my god, this is a meeting. Damn. Fucking hell. I think those bureaucrats would have left her to, you know, do that in peace. Jeez, that is surprising. I mean, obviously that didn't go well. Takano and, you know, meetings that go well at this point is just an oxymoron. Like, seriously. Yeah. Yeah, definitely though, yeah. Yeah, so I really wonder what this report is going to be. Yeah, because the project is going to be subject to review, and then, yeah, obviously if it's rejected, then maybe it could be likely that everything's going to be completely ending. Yes, it's all over. Yeah, I find it interesting. I mean, to be honest, Takono really did think that, you know, the research had no chance of improving after, you know, the 3-year ending was actually announced. But yeah, the research that my grandfather and I dedicated our lives to, everything we've clenched our teeth and endured for decades has been denied. No, I know. Yeah, as of now, my passion and soul has disappeared, leaving me an empty shell. Yeah, and I find it really quite interesting. I wonder how her syndrome is going to develop as well, because she does have it. It's just quite ironic that, like, the disease she's treating, she also has herself. But, yeah, man. Oh, it really is awful that, you know, she's thinking this. But at the same time, it's really hard to feel empathy with her just because of, you know, the factional things that Nomura has actually manipulated her into doing. In other words, like, you know, genociding a village. And it's actually unbelievable that, you know, it's really unbelievable that, like, if your plans to commit genocide have, you know, failed, you're the one upset. I mean, God. I'm sure a lot of people, if they were in Takono's situation, they would just, I mean, obviously the effects would be bad on them, because they'd obviously do genocide with a purpose. They wouldn't just do it for the sake of doing it. Like, when does that ever happen? But, yeah. They'd probably just secretly feel really, really happy that, you know, they haven't had to do this fucking awful thing and, you know, make people, you know, just lose their lives, really. And yet Takono has none of those thoughts, which I find quite interesting. Oh god, yeah, there was no longer anybody left to mourn for it. I'd thrown it all away. But my own I find it really quite interesting she blames herself. I mean, it wasn't actually her fault that Ika was, you know, completely dead there, but yeah. Huh? That moment. I suddenly remembered the faint voice I had heard and looked in the direction it came from. Oh, there was a boy and a girl standing in the grass before the trees. Those children. Oh, that's really interesting. Yeah, because I forgot about the mix-up between, you know, Mion and Shion. Obviously, Shion being in such a state of delusion that, you know, she actually thought she'd done the incident. Wait, hang on a second, no. Yeah, this is Mion. I mean, Shion... No, this is the world where Shion has actually been, you know, taken to prison, and Mion has been the one that, even though she had, like, severe mental shock and, you know, trauma, she's recovered. Yeah, that was the older sister of Sonozaki, Shion, who calls this entire incident Mion. It's interesting that she thinks that. Yeah, and that was her friend Maya Balakeichi. Phew. Yeah, we sure had one hell of a time, huh? Yeah, this is after they went to the arcade and, you know, just had fun around the city. I had so much fun. Oh my god. I'm jealous. The two of them were happily speaking loudly with bright smiles on their faces. Yeah. It was an awkward exchange between kids of that age who weren't yet ready to call themselves a couple. Oh yeah. But the scene was full of happiness. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Of course. That's really quite nice. Yes, it's really quite funny that, you know, Takono definitely thinks a couple and a relationship may happen. Even in Hinamazawa, I had seen a scene like that so many times before. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Every time I smile just a little and... You told me it was your first time seeing those, but were you serious? What the fuck? Jesus Christ, you got 2 high scores on your first time playing. You're unbelievable. It's either she is a fucking go to arcade games and she, let's be honest, has had a very arcade orientated childhood, or, I mean, she's just like the 1980s equivalent of a gamer. That was actually 4 Gei-chan. Well, I'd lose if that's the case. My eyesight's crap, evident by these things. These games are all about sense, intuition, and having great eyesight. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. It's all thanks to never neglecting my everyday discipline. More possibly, Kei-san, shouldn't you be feeling ashamed of having your advantage used against you? Hey, whoa, hold it right there. Oh, that's good. Oh my god, I would love to have air hockey game with me on. I'm fucking go to the air hockey. Oh my god. Remember how you distracted me by randomly pointing somewhere during air hockey and saying, look, what's that? That's against the rules. Club rule number 2. Win with whatever it takes. Fair enough. Winner takes all, loser's gotta fall, right? Oh. Oh god! Oh my god, yeah! I can see how that would resonate with Takano. How irritating. Frustration and hatred welled up inside me for no reason. Yeah, no reason. Interesting that. Why? Why are these kids able to love like that after this tragedy? Yeah, and I find it really quite interesting that is the case, but they want to firstly, they want to just have the best time they can, even though everything has happened, and after everything has happened, just so that they can, live life in the best time possible. And obviously Keiichi's trying his hardest to make Mion better as well. Even though they'd endured terrible misfortune, they can still enjoy the day like they're in the height of prosperity. It is surprising, it really is, but yeah. Even though they expended no effort and no deep thoughts, putting up no resistance to the flow and just being tossed about by it. Even though they were frightened by the curse and wildly dancing to it. What's she thinking? Yeah, that's right. Got to think of it, if that's true. The reason Sonozaki Shion went berserk in the first place was because of the unusual policy of the Sonozaki family. They've always acted the part of the mastermind, even though they never did anything. Yeah, fair enough. Actually, we have the kidnapping within the dam construction days. Yeah, where obviously the Mountain Dogs did all the kidnapping, whereas the Sonozaki families, to provoke the fear of the village, took all the blame, and obviously it actually worked in the clinic's favour, so they didn't really choose to, object to it or anything. It is actually really quite surprising that, they can have so much fun. I mean, even if this wasn't Takano thinking this, I still agree that this is just fucking nuts. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah. Even though they had no power, they continued to dominate the people around them with threats that were no more than empty bluffs. Yeah. And so Sonozaki Shion was terrified of breaking their commandments. So rather than being killed by the person acting as the mastermind, she killed and killed some more. Yeah. That's actually a really interesting interpretation, but yeah, and the result was how things turned out now. It's really quite surprising that she isn't using any Hinamizawa syndrome related things here. It's all because of them. If they hadn't driven that girl so far. And it's actually really quite interesting. I think this does have an element of truth in it. You know, if they hadn't have made her undergo like the complete horrible situation of, you know, tearing her fingernails out, then I kind of get the impression that when actually remembering from Mion not having got the doll, about the whole pain she had to go through thanks to, you know, just trying to have a love life with Satoshi. I'm not going to say that completely falling, but I really wonder if some of the... No, I suppose when she was actually in her worst state, like her referring back to all of the pain she went to, it would have definitely been made so much worse just by everything related to the Sonozaki family. And obviously there's so many things about the Sonozaki family, especially the demons and the mix-ups between Mion and Shion. Very important themes in how her paranoia develops. At the very least, if they'd been kept in check, everything would have been settled peacefully. Yeah, and yet, despite that, they don't even know they're sent. Yeah. I mean, they can't. They've literally died. Yeah. The fuck is that sound effect? Oh, yeah, you can really see the syndrome developing. My throat was itchy. The pain wouldn't go away no matter how much I scratched at it. Yeah. Quite the opposite. I felt an impulse gushing out from within. Oh, God. My vision flickered. Yeah, now I find it really quite interesting that she's one of the only people that, you know, can find this. So I wonder what she's actually going to do as a result of this. That pain is, yes, that's right, that's one of the symptoms. Yeah, so I really wonder if as a result of this, she thinks that she's actually going to die. In the end, it happened. Yeah, it happened, didn't it? Yeah. How much you foolish and shallow people. In the end, my grandfather's research was right. He was right. Is it just because of this stress actually leading into her research? The fact that, you know, everything was true. Oh yeah, what time is it now? It's around 5 PM now, I guess. They're gonna eat out. Well, they were going to eat out, that's very key. Yeah, I don't think Mion's gonna be able to eat out with anybody, and I don't think she'll be in the headspace to do it. Yeah. It's not long before we have dinner, right? Where do you want to go before we leave? How about fast food like hamburgers or something? Oh, that sounds nice. Oh, God. Isn't it just nuts to think that if Mion never ever did this, then obviously she wouldn't have, you know, had Casey killed. This is why you stay by your lover's side. Oh, sorry, I forgot. They're not lovers. I don't want to embarrass Mion. Oh my God, I remember how embarrassed she got in Miotsuka. Holy fuck. Dude, this is really quite surprising. So just because of Takano obviously being really quite annoyed about the syndrome's failure and just everything regarding the rejection to Hihime and the bureaucrats and the fact that nothing can ever happen again and that his theories may have been complete bullshit, which some of them were, obviously. But yeah. Oh God, what is she gonna do though? Oh God. Oh my God, now I'll prove it! I'm myself right here with my own two hands. What, has she just got 80 to 170?
Konnichiwa.
Oh God, why hello there. Hello?
Oh,
hello, what? What the fuck? What the fuck did she just do?
あれ、ケイちゃん寝ちゃったの？
Oh my god. Oh, God, my Kei-chan, don't tell me you just fell asleep.
しょうがないな。
Oh my god, this scene. Bro, this scene always scares me so much. This scene, when I first read it, I think it has got to be one of the most, not only one of the most sad, but one of the most unexpected and just betraying scenes ever. Seriously. God. Yes, I'm assuming she injected him with H173.
女の子とのデート中に居眠りなんてエチケット違反だよ。
No, actually, I think it was a complete murder. There's no way it could have been H173. It wouldn't. He would still have been clawing his throat out when Mion came back. Oh yeah. If only that's what he did. My Kei-chan, don't tell me you fell asleep. This is pathetic. It's not very gentlemanly to doze off on a date with a girl, you know.
ケイちゃん？
Oh god, Kei-chan.
もういつまで寝てるんだよ。
Seriously, how long are you going to be out?
ほら、起きて。
Come on, wake up.
ケイちゃん。
God, Kei-chan?
は？
Oh god. I remember her scream being a lot worse. Seriously, I remember. God. No. Oh, God, you are such a fucking asshole. And you are demented as well. Indicated by your very itchy neck. Jeez. Excuse me, Mom. What is it? Oh my god. The fact that she can not only live, but, you know, she doesn't get caught. And secondly, she's just, you know, happily chilling in actually a really quite beautiful city landscape. Yeah, it's awful. What is it? You need something. No, just searching for you. Oh. Oh, yeah, definitely. You haven't been to the clinic for a while now, have you? And you haven't got home. You haven't gone home. No. No way. Whatever. Yeah, I really wonder where Takano does actually live, because obviously she doesn't live in the clinic. She has to have lived somewhere in... maybe Hinamizawa, maybe Nokinomiya, who knows? Whatever, it doesn't matter. I'll be sure to submit the report by the deadline. Yeah, it doesn't matter that you've just killed a boy and, you know, completely ruined a girl's life. Yeah. Oh, you gotta do your research stuff. It's fucking insane. So there's no problem, right? No, there is a big problem! Huh? We received orders from... I thought to take the best strategy. Well, the harbour isn't far from here. Don't you think that would be a good place to never be found? To never be found? Oh, that's really interesting. So I wonder if by the best strategy they mean either completely going so that they can never be seen again, or maybe... what's the other thing that she has just done to Keiichi? Death. More specifically, a murder. What are you saying? Hold on, where oh shit, is she being tucked away somewhere? See how it is now? Hinamizawa syndrome never existed to begin with. Oh, that's really interesting. Yeah, because they obviously need to conceal it, and they need to, you know, hide any trace of Hinamizawa syndrome. This isn't because of, you know, the genocide that has... you know, has been attempted to happen. This is because of, you know, the Tokyo actually funding the end of the recess to happen within the next 3 years. Yeah, we can't have you unearthing it when we're putting it all behind us. Oh, now that really is quite an end. So, I wonder what actually happens with Takano, because obviously there isn't any sign of murder, which Well, I mean, I don't know. So they've either gone to wherever this harbour is to completely be disappeared from everything related to the Hinamizawa syndrome, or maybe she's been killed. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. Honestly, she's going to die anyway. Like, seriously. She is going to get the syndrome. Fragment 29. The conspiracy has started to move. Ooh, we got a phone call. Nomida.
もしもし。ええ、私よ。
Oh, it's not Nomida. Yes, it's me.
例の和製ジャンヌ・ダルクちゃんのその後の様子はいかがかしら。
How was the situation with this Japanese Joan of Arc? Joan of Arc? Weird. Well, Takano definitely hasn't died. Right, so I wonder what this is going to be. Not at all, just
ま
curious.
さかただの好奇心よ。別に怖いわけでもないわ。
There's nothing to be all that afraid of.
そっちではなんだか大げさなことになってるみたいだけど、私たちの研究計画の差し障りとまではならなそうだ
They
し
still
ね。
have research plans? What? It appears things are getting a little bit out of hand over there, but it doesn't seem to impact our research
警
plans.
察といっても、所詮は法律の枠内でしか力を発揮できないただの公務員。
Even if the police get involved, civil servants can only exercise their power within the framework of the law.
それを支配するご主人様に対しては、おとなしく神戸を垂れて
interesting.
尻尾を振る奴らの集まり
Well, I don't really think you're going to be saying that when you get arrested. When, by the way. That's my thoughts. Summarised just by one word. They're just a group of people hanging their heads and wagging their tails for their master controlling them. No way it's EDA.
そんなパワーゲームの中でどこまで頑張れるか、お手並み拝見ってところかしら。
Interesting. I'm interested in seeing just how much can be accomplished in this power game. Yeah, they find it really quite interesting that Takano, she's not only really morally fucking corrupt, and always has been, to be honest, but yeah, it's also power. I really wonder if power is getting to her, and especially in her Hinamizawa syndrome induced state, it will be a lot more vulnerable to, have things that are really bad thrown on her and influencing her. So I wonder what's going to
それ
happen
で
here. So how are
今
things
は
at the
どんな
moment?
感じ？通常ならそろそろ言動とか見かけとかに変化が出てきてもおかしくないんだけど、何か変化はあったかしら？
It wouldn't be strange to see unusual changes in behaviour or appearance under normal circumstances, but have there been any changes?
そ
I
う
see.
見たところ取り立てて激しい躁鬱も見られず、仕事ぶりにも変わったところはなし。
I see, so no signs of extreme manic depression were observed, nor any changes in work lifestyle. Is this to Hinamizawa
周
in
囲の
general?
評判も良好ね。
And her reputation among surrounding people is favourable, isn't
ま
it?
すます興味深いわ。
It's getting more and more interesting.
よっぽど入江所長の改良した治療薬が体に適合していたのかしら。
How's the read that EDA's improved medication was compatible with her body? Oh wait, hang on a second. So, oh, this is interesting. Oh god, I've been really reading this in a completely disjointed order, because this is actually where they've just discovered C103, I'd assume. And yeah, that's actually really quite surprising. So, yeah, and if the police get involved, yeah, this is talking about Satoko and what she's done regarding her parents. In other words, murder.
ええ、そうよ。
Yes, that's right.
症状が末期に至る前兆として、まず周囲の反応に対して猜疑心が強くなる。
As the symptoms reach the final stage, one's distrust of their surroundings grows even
ちょっ
stronger.
とした冗談や失言が
Oh my god,
自
yeah,
分の
definitely,
存
yeah.
在価値を否定する悪意や敵意に思えてきてね。
A light joke or slip of the tongue can be interpreted as malice or hostility that denies your reason for
いわゆ
existence.
る不安神経症って言えばいいのかしら。
It might be appropriate to call it anxiety
そ
neurosis.
のうちありもしない存在や言動を妄想するようになって思考が混乱
Yeah,
し
definitely.
精神が錯綜状態に陥る。
Eventually, they begin to delude things that don't exist, so their thoughts get confused until their psyche falls into a
そ
state
こに
of
はもう
total chaos.
理性も本能もないわ。
Definitely, yeah. At that point, reason and instinct are completely gone.
ただひたすら錯乱し現実と虚構がぐちゃぐちゃになった状態から必死に逃れようとあがき苦しみそして絶望へと至る。
Yeah, this is really quite interesting. Takano was really just sounding as if, you know, this is a story being told, and she really sounds like she's enjoying telling this as well. Yeah, she doesn't really... I mean, if you heard something about this, like if you heard somebody saying, I don't know, just some sort of really sad and tragic, you know, psychological mental illness, and then, yeah, just talking about it so ferociously, my god. I would not be very... Let's just say I would not have a very good impression. Hmm.
末期症状に至った時の様子はなかなかに見ものよ。
Jesus Christ. I can't believe she's laughing about that. When they finally reach the terminal stage, it's quite sad to behold. Yeah, because obviously seeing people's necks completely torn open is funny.
もうそれは人間じゃない。
Yeah,
そうね。
God,
は
fair
っきり言っ
enough.
てしまえば。
No, actually, I
化け物でし
disagree.
ょ
I disagree entirely because, for example, they can be changed back. We have seen with people like Denna, you know, they still do have that humanity reigning inside them, even though it's like, you know, 0.01% at this point. They still do have a remnant of their old self, and with the right conditions, like Denna had, they can be changed back. They're no longer human at this point. No longer human reference. Yeah, that's a manga. Yeah, I haven't read that, but I own that manga. I really want to read it one day. Yes, to describe them as a monster would be more apt. Yeah, definitely.
あら
Oh,
そんなに私面白がっているように聞こえるかしら。
wouldn't be surprised if she fucking... Takano is the type of person to look at gore in her spare time, I can't lie. Oh my god, it sounds like I find pleasure in this. That's
そ
not
んな
so.
ことはないわよ。
We don't have very much empathy.
私はただ学術的に知りたいだけなの。
I just wanted to study it academically. I mean, fair enough. To be fair, like if you said, I mean, I suppose it does, obviously because of what's happening, it does hold a little bit more weight to, for example, but I was thinking like, what if, I don't know, somebody told me about my favourite physics topic, like, I don't know, what is my favourite, I like radioactivity, and I also like, I like magnetism and, also, like, electricity related things as well. I like learning about, like, motors and generators, because when I've learnt it, and transformers as well, and like stuff like that, when I finally learnt that and AC and DC generators and stuff like that, and the national grid and stuff like that, they're so confusing, and you know, coils and things like loudspeakers. They're so confusing that when you learn them, you sound so fucking cool when you say them. That is the reason I like it. So what I'm trying to say is, with my favourite physics topics, if I actually talked about them, I'm sure I'd be really quite enthusiastic about it. I suppose Takuno's just, you know, being enthusiastic because she's talking about one of her favourite subjects. It's not one of her favourite subjects, it is her favourite subject. But, yeah, at the same time, I think there is a little bit of a limit. Hey guys, this man just killed loads of people. I'm saying this with a smiling face. I mean, like, come on, it's ridiculous. Hmm.
青臭い正義感と綺麗事だらけを並べ立てた信念とやらにすがって邁進するエリートさんが醜くて汚い現実に直面して無力感に絶望した時、どんな風に変わるのか。
When an elite pushing forward with whitewashing and naive ideas of justice has to experience the ugly and dirty face of reality and despairs over their helplessness, how will it change them? Oh yeah, definitely, it will traumatize them, it will make them, you know, it will lose all of their potential. So I suppose she is saying that without this, you know, level of empathy and worry and, you know, dread really, and helplessness as well, she will be able to, you know, have more potential that she can thrive in really.
Come
on, you know what they say.
高尚な理想と願望を持って勉学に励んでいた輩ほど、その素敵な夢が踏みにじられると自暴自棄になって愚かな暴挙や現実逃避に走るものだと。
The harder you study your lofty ideals and aspirations, when that wonderful dream is trampled on because you become desperate and turn to... You become desperate and turn to crass violence or escapism. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely what she's done here.
そのジャンヌ・ダルクちゃん、いえ、女ドン・キホーテと呼んだ方がいいかしらね。
Like the Stone of Arcana, maybe it'll be better to call her female Don Quixote.
その子が戦っていた悪魔がただの風車で、信じていた正義が実に脆くて惨めなものだったと知った後、どんな行動に出るのか。
Could you imagine just fighting something for your fucking life and then realizing that it is a windmill? I mean, that is a little bit weird. After realizing that the demon she was fighting was nothing but a windmill and coming to understand that the justice she believed in could be so miserable and fragile, just what will she do? Yeah, I really wonder, will she obviously accept that and try to live her life without her purpose, which was to kill this thing that she believed to be a demon, or will she go mad?
末期発症を引き起こした状態で錯乱して街中で大暴れするかもね。
Yeah, maybe she'll become the demon, even though she was trying to fight the demon. Perhaps the subsequent confusion will lead to the onset of terminal symptoms. Maybe she'll go rampaging through the town.
エリート警官、ストレスから精神を病んで無辜の市民を虐殺。なんて結末。想像しただけでも楽しそうだとは思わない？
What? Oh my god, wait, hang on a second. Whitewashing and naive ideas of justice. Oh, that's actually really interesting. Oh my god, I'm thinking about Tomoe when, you know, elite policing. Yeah, because at the moment she really does have an ideal and, you know, just an aspiration of getting the, you know, new investigatory techniques out to the, you know, policing world and the media. Oh my god. Are they going to try and do something to Tomoe? I really wonder. Because everything will point to Tomoe after, you know, the last thing. An elite police officer massacring innocent citizens due to stress-induced mental illness. Isn't an ending like that just fun to imagine? Who the fuck is she talking to? I mean, well, whoever she's talking to, I think it's Nomura, I'd assume. I don't know though, it's kind of hard to tell. I think maybe because of this. Wait, hang on a second, so... Or maybe it could be Oishi, because an elite police officer. I think they could have been thinking to do this with Oishi, because... I really wonder who the body is actually being talked about, because it could either be the C-103 research that was going with Satoko, and maybe the elite police officer, that could be Oishi. Oh, God. yeah, I really don't think with a laugh like that you were going to get accepted.
So
please continue the surveillance. Oh my god.
野村さんにもくれぐれとお伝えして。
Jesus, yes, please let Nomura-san know too. Goodbye.
見ない友へ。
Oh my god. So, let me just put my time... This is after the C-103 reset. No, this is now. I kind of get the impression that this is going to be in the alternate Miyakashi timeline. I don't know though, it's kind of hard to tell. It's very hard to tell where this fits in with everything. My god though. So it looks like they're going to somehow try and get Tomoe, not only... I mean, obviously the police are going to try and investigate and they're going to get everything they can, but Takano may try to infect her with level 5. What? It was a strange feeling. Jesus, yeah, not as quite as strong as Uncle Koizumi, but still backed by a state power. She possesses no particular elements that could prove an obstacle to executing the plan. Executing the plan, right, that's before the gas disaster. This is in, you know, Toki Higurashi's story, I'd assume. Even with the police force united, it would be difficult for a small girl to discover the heart of their organisation. Yeah, no, but at the same time, I think by that, you can really tell they're underestimating Tomoe. I won't disagree that it will be extremely difficult, but at the same time, she's very, very good at her job. Maybe it could be possible. No matter what gallant show of heroism she put on, no, it's impossible. Nah, I don't think it's impossible. Besides, even in the unlikely the event that the situation... Oh, interesting. Even if the so this is where the factions come in. Besides, even in the unlikely event that the situation turns precarious, in the current climate, star opponents in the Okinawa and Chiba factions who will suffer the most direct damage. Oh, I found that really quite interesting because of the whole factional changes within the Okinawa faction that we learnt about in Kageboshi. Yeah, so I'm assuming that they really are benefiting from yeah, so I really think they're benefiting from the gas disaster actually happening, and obviously, you know, Takano and Nomura's faction completely gaining. They probably gain a lot as well. God, that is going to be weird though. So I really wonder if people are going to be trying to attack her with the syndrome. The thing is though, that's really bad. Poisoning can happen anytime, and it's really hard to trace the drug as well. But it can literally happen anytime. Yeah, it's very scary to think that. Oh wait, hang on a second. So for the most direct damage, I don't know. I really don't know what I was thinking there. I was thinking, I don't know. But yeah, that's actually really quite interesting. So the opposing faction may be the thing that causes. So I'd assume. Yeah, so in the exposure of their ideals, then the opponents are going to be. Yeah, not us. Thus we can safely ignore such movements. There shouldn't be anything to worry about at all, and yet... I suddenly looked at the desk and saw the medical record for Minai Tomoe. Oh. Interesting that she actually has these. In addition to the blood test results from when she came to Hinamizawa half a year ago. Oh yeah, hang on a second, of course you would have had blood tests because obviously she was... No wait, no, she was administered to the clinic once she got really badly hurt by Denno. Yeah. In addition to the blood test results summarised from when she came to Hinamizawa half a year ago, the report also summarised her personal information. Right, so this is in spring 1983 evident because of this. Detailed in there was the history of... Oh god, yeah. Oh, really? Detailed in there was the history of losing her parents in a fire and her police career all the way from the academy up to the present day, and reading it gave me a strange feeling that something was out of place. No, that's not it. It wasn't that something was out of place. In fact, it was the opposite. Yes, it was deja vu. Oh my god, yeah! Yeah, now I do find it really quite interesting how similar they are. They definitely both have stubbornness, I couldn't agree more. Yeah, she lost her parents and everything. Yeah, she had an absurd accident. It was an absurd accident. I mean, it was so preventable as well. And despite being pushed down to the depths of misery, she crawled her way up in order to succeed the will of the deceased. Definitely, yeah. Yeah, and the thing is with Tomoe, she had to deal with Madoka as well. Unlike, you know, Tokuno, she's an only child. We're the same. Yeah. Yeah, my god, yeah. Oh. Our circumstances were disgustingly similar, and when I thought about that, the indescribable emotion I was feeling was exasperated even further against my wishes. So what actually made her consider that, you know, this would be the best thing to do? Well, I'd assume it's just because, you know, syndrome makes elite police officer completely attack everybody. My god, this is such a bad thing they're plotting, though. If this works, then everything is fucked. Everything. I never really thought about that, but they are very similar, Tokuno and Tomoe. I mean, obviously, Tomoe is a lot different in terms of the field and, you know, her ethics as well. Oh my god. And justice as well, holy fuck. Yeah. Oh, how ridiculous. How truly ridiculous. Interesting. I mean, obviously this is a thought that is really, really true, but at the same time she just wants to deny it. She doesn't want to know whatsoever. Yeah, I shook my head and tossed the report in the desk drawer. So be it. The victor and the outcome are obvious anyway, so it's fine to let you keep struggling. You have got to be kidding me. So, no, but the only thing is they have the mountain dogs, and I mean, I get that Tomoe is physically strong. She is strong, I don't deny that, but she's never going to win with the mountain dogs. If they're actually going to try and infect her when she comes in, that's going to be the end. And could you imagine how much... I mean, obviously, the opposing factions are going to have a... You know, they're going to have a defeat and they're going to gain. Isn't it horrible to think an elite police officer killing people makes people benefit? Like, how the fuck... But no, this God. I commend you for the hardships you've overcome and the courage and valour you've displayed, but there's one thing you need to remember. I will never acknowledge you. Never! That's actually really quite interesting, that. So, yeah. Oh, I wonder what's going to happen. I genuinely wonder, because Yeah, so I really wonder if those people, I mean, I think the mountain dogs, put the, I think it was some sort of gas thing in her car out. I'm not entirely sure that. So now I just want to check, just want to fully check that I've read all the fragments. Oh god, I don't remember reading this one. Which one was this? Oh yeah, with Natami and her ataxia, and also yeah, how her pharmaceuticals had improved her. Oh yeah, this was with Madoka. So I just want to check, because now we have the fragments of all the chapters, but I just want to fully test that, you know, everything. Oh yeah, this was fucking cool, this Mountain Siege thing, and yeah, my god, it's the retaliation for failure. That's the Higurashi truth behind the bad ending. Oh my god, that was really surprising. So it's just genuinely because somebody's obviously, I suppose you could say, like, the reason she did it, obviously because she wants to, you know, she's insane, she wants murder. And also just because, I think it was just because she saw jealousy in them, really. She saw jealousy in them being able to be so happy after a situation like that. And, you know, her proving that, you know, Takano's, well, Hikami's things do exist. Yeah, it is always really quite tricky with the motive in these situations. What was I even looking at? Yeah, retaliation for failure was the Higurashi bad ending. Oh yeah, the Lowell scandal. The Lowell stuff was really cool. I liked it. Yeah, the public security detective was death. Oh yeah, was that Tomoe? I can't remember what this was. Was it here? Oh, maybe this was Yusuke. This has got to be Yusuke. Oh my god, this was the fire fragment. Holy fuck, that was... I think this is probably one of the strongest fragments in there. That was so well done. Yeah, that was interesting. The, you know, arrest of the Lowell guy and the resignation notice as well. Which one was this? Was this when Tomoe resigned from the police force? Oh, when she resigned. No, not police force, but, you know, where she was working before. But, yeah, investigation closed. What's this one? Oh, crap, where is it? Yeah, I just need to check I've read everything. Oh yeah, the investigation with Yusuke, and I think it was people had treated his death as accidents that have happened, but no, it was actually murder. Nothing ever came from it though. Real name Tomoe. What was this consisting of? Was this the one where Tomoe was actually, you know, we revealed, well, it was revealed why Tomoe's name was Tomoe? Real name Tomoe. So what's this one? Oh right, this is the one with Minor. Yeah. Drunk to boss's true identity. Yeah, I remember that. That was cool. And, yeah. And then, yeah, the lukewarm can coffee. That one was with Minor, I think, and Yamaoki. Oh, that was cool. That was cool. Yeah, that was good as well. Gone with the Ashes. Was this about Yusuke by any chance? Yeah, Gone with the Ashes. Of course I can't find it. Gone with the Ashes, here we are. Oh wait, hang on a second. Is this where Tomoe actually introduces her, oh, so this is the interview. Yeah. Not the interview, sorry, the meeting with Solma and Minor. Receipts and ticket. Oh my god, I can't remember any of these. Which one's this? Sorry, I'm doing this by the way. I just want to get like a Season ticket. What is this? Oh yeah, it's when Nagisa goes to the train station and yeah, then she's actually, I think she's called by Tomoe so they can have the discussion. Yeah, when she was going to meet Deno, and then yeah, she was called to Tomoe, and then yeah, 6 on the dice. Yeah, that was what we read yesterday. Where, you know, obviously the meeting and the stuff about that afterwards. Yeah, oh my god, I wonder what's going to happen regarding the conspiracy starting to move. I mean, fucking hell, that was weird. Like, seriously. Right, this is 40 minutes long, by the way. Yeah, so we're probably going to read that afterwards. But yeah, now, what I want to do now that, you know, obviously I've checked, I've read everything, which I'm honestly quite surprised about, but yeah. Right, so, Fragment 8 firstly, so, yeah, now we're going to read the fragments for the individual chapters. So, a fragment of Higurashi. This is going to be interesting. I'm quite surprised that they've, you know, basically got a shitpost chapter and, you know, have, put the fragments there. Right, I wonder what this is going to be. Have all these sad stories broken your heart? I mean, I can see how they would, but yeah, not really with me. They've made my heart more interested. Then this fragment is something of a refreshing side dish served between main courses. I'm hungry, even though I ate too much today. Nah. Oh, is it dinner? I comes out of the happy everyday life proceeding. Watanagasi before the tragedy unfolds. I forgot how beautiful this song was. There was a lively escapade involving the club members Tomitake, Irie, and even Takano. Yeah, definitely, and Oishi in another world, but yeah, obviously, I'm assuming this one is the PC version instead of the console one. Because console one is where Rena plays Mahjong with Oishi. However, it seems the one here is merely a copy of the original fragment, so it takes on a slightly different shape and colour. Yeah, definitely, that makes sense, because, yeah, this is the one I've actually played, luckily. Yeah, perhaps you can find the real fragment somewhere out there. Yeah, I know where to find it, yeah. And if you do find it, would you kindly let me know? I'm very interested to know what it was like. Fair enough, yeah. Namatama of Higurashi, the best stone ever. Right, what's next? A fragment of Someuchi. Right, this is going to be really quite interesting. I wonder what's actually going to be here. Yeah, Higurashi was definitely a break chapter. It was quite fun. It was really fun, actually. I thought it was really well done. It was really funny as well. Right, so some fragment of Someuchi. This is going to be interesting. It's not to me. I love Soul Score. Let's go. Right, yeah. So this is a special fragment born from the process of creating Onikakshi, Watanagasi, and Takatari. That's what I was actually going to say. Tatari Goroshi. The sad tragedy that befell Kimiyoshi Natsumi, a girl who bore the blood of the 3 families, trying to live a life outside Hinamizawa. Yeah, definitely, yeah. And the trigger for it all was a series of small misunderstandings. However, they piled up, causing the discount. Oh yes, definitely. So we had, Natsumi thinking that Akira was actually, dating Chisato and was completely cheating, and Chisato was the person that had done this, and also that I can't think of Kageboshi because I'm trying to think of Kageboshi where I should think of Someuchi. And obviously, oh my god, the misunderstandings within, for example, Haruko misunderstanding that Natsumi, was the one that hid the bodies, so as a result, her getting abusive and her also getting fucking mental as well. And then we also had I really hate it. Someuchi and Kageboshi's events have really merged into one for me, so it's kind of hard to remember what individually happened. I'm not complaining, I get to listen to this masterpiece. I'm I'm such a fucking idiot. What am I going to get from just skimming across my videos? They're hours long. How am I going to get a benefit? Not something to, I don't know, benefit my point here. However, they paled up, causing the discomfort and anxiety she had been keeping hidden until that moment to suddenly explode and she was consumed by murderous blood. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Ever since she moved to this new town, she secretly harbored an inferiority complex towards the people around her. Yeah, that's interesting, and I mean, that definitely would have been a good thing for, you know, obviously the parasite to manifest on, but secondly, you know, her thinking that, you know, she's a country girl, the city girls are all so much more advanced and, you know, they've done so much more in terms of education, she's so inferior to them. Yeah, because, yeah, just a small sense of not fitting in. Oh yeah, definitely, and the misunderstanding of Hinamizawa as well, we can't forget about that. She lately realizes that, you know, it doesn't matter that she came from Hinamizawa and Kageboshi, but not here. No, just a small sense of not fitting in. A difference in values and or a feeling of inferiority can cause a person to feel alienated and become lonely. Yeah. Well, not as bad as Natsumi, but who hasn't really? I wonder if you yourself have ever faced such an experience. I know what loneliness is like, holy fuck. However, by the end of this tragedy, a tiny hope we had not anticipated was born. It was a little different from a fragment, and similar and more fleeting. At first, it couldn't even be called a lump. Nevertheless, as time went on, it gained a certain power. And that power... Oh, you arsehole! Why do you end there? I think... could potentially be Tomoe? No, definitely Tomoe. I mean, she was really quite small in this, you know, fragment, but the more significant she becomes, you know, she's just a speck of dust. But by the end of it, oh my god, she is significant. Right, so, fragment 9 next. Fragment of Kageboshi. Wonder what this is going to be. Well, no shit, it's going to be a fragment of Kageboshi. What else do you expect? Yeah, with this fragment, you can grasp on one piece of the truth. But on the other hand, it means facing a new mystery that you never imagined, doesn't it? Yeah, I wonder what this is actually referring to. Oh, yeah, definitely. At last, Akasaka and his companions noticed there's something more to this calamity, but the chain of tragedies could no longer be solved. No, definitely not. No. And the hope born from Sumayutsushi was viciously robbed of its lights, erased without a trace. Yeah, it's definitely Tomoe then. Yeah, because she was, yeah. Yeah, I like that they put robbed without a trace. Yeah, in the end, somebody with enormous power obstructed their investigation and forced them to withdraw. Yeah, definitely. And of course it couldn't be called a happy ending, because even though Natsumi, you know, she had lived the best of a horrible life that, you know, she had actually made for herself, the fact that that happened, that is not happy. That should have never happened. However, to be so thoroughly obstructed also means they drew near the enemy's weak point. Easily, yeah, actually that is very true. Yes, so it was a slight piece of hope, but even though they've, you know, nearly got to the enemy's weak point, because they've not actually been able to, you know, have the final investigation happen, no, it wasn't working. Unfortunately, I can't say I know what that actually is. Oh. That's actually really quite interesting, that. But you should have caught a glimpse of the fact that this tragedy was not the work of a Yeah, I don't think this was a curse. and despite the dark shadow of Hinamizawa and the sad past hidden there that Natsumi had been suffering from, she was finally able to understand what she truly needed. Oh my god. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Through so many sacrifices and by the grace of their kindness. So, what she truly needed. She truly needed somebody to be there for her. But, yeah. She truly needed friends, and she truly needed somebody that could actually help her get through life, and somebody that obviously made her feel belonging. I think that was a key thing as well. Yeah. Yeah, my god. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. The world she thought was so cold began to warm up without her even noticing. That's interesting that she didn't notice. I mean, obviously she did notice in the end, but at the same time, yeah. Natsumi Akira, Chisato Akira, Tamako, they were all trying their hardest to be there. And oh my god, fucking Tamako. Sorry, Chisato even, she was so fucking cool and she was so brilliant. It's actually really quite nice to think that if she didn't have some, if she didn't have some of the best friends ever, then she would be completely screwed. I mean, she's so lucky at the same time as being so unlucky. Like, she's really unlucky for obviously everything that's happened to her, but she's so lucky for having the friends that, can actually help her go to the right direction. So though she was still haunted by regret and a guilty conscience, she decided to move forward. Yeah, understandable. Yeah, I'm sure that sight brought Akasaka's and the others hope. That's what I chose to believe. Yeah, definitely. I mean, of course, her continuing to go forward, no matter how awful what's happened, would actually give, for example, Akasaka hope. Maybe that could have, hope even. Maybe that could have motivated him to finally start looking for the truth of what happened in Hinamizawa. Because beforehand, he was so scared to learn, really. Just because of his guilt with Rika. And not being able to protect her. Right, a fragment of your Higurashi is going to be interesting. I wonder how this is going to differ. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, this fragment was made by combining the shattered debris of Tumi Horoboshi with 4 young people of questionable character and an even more mysterious middle-aged woman. Yeah, what the fuck happened with that mysterious middle-aged woman? Are we gonna get, like, for example, the answer to Mion and... Oh, yeah, this is a tale of a Midsummer Night's Dream in 2006 where they spend the night in an old abandoned building in the corner of a ghost town. Yeah, he was worried about the future. Definitely. She was suffering from the past. He was running away. Oh, so he was worried about the future. That's why we had no sprite. I thought that was potentially talking about Otobe, but no, that was Arakawa, of course, yeah. He was running away. He was, yeah, oh my god. Yeah, she had always been waiting. It was just genuinely so weird with Mion. I mean, I wonder what's actually happened. Could it potentially be like... Yeah, an achievable female reporter was there too? Somehow her face looked familiar. That's right. This was his daughter. Yeah, definitely. Come to think of it, it seems he passed his strong will onto her. Oh my god, definitely. And not only a strong will, but like, career and also just damn impressiveness as well. I really wonder what's actually happening with Mion. I genuinely wonder, like, why it's happened. Maybe it could just potentially be, like, if a fragment doesn't have Hanya or Rika, and maybe just the rules of it and what should and shouldn't be completely break. And that obviously breaks a lot of things that would happen. But if you thought, like, a fragment of a world breaking, why wouldn't it be... Firstly, why would it only break in Hinamizawa? And secondly, why... I suppose they are fragments of Hinamizawa, it does kind of make sense. But, like, why would more extreme things not break? Like, for example, I don't know, the laws of physics. Like, if a fragment completely holding the world up is breaking, then you would have thought that things would be a really, really, really different. But no, it's just that it doesn't really make sense much. But oh, I don't know. Yeah, oh my god, yeah, definitely, yeah. In fact, she came to Hinamizawa for an important purpose. Definitely. There, she discovered something that can unravel the truth. Oh. Is it just because the Sonozakis, you know, had involvement within the Yakuza tribes? Oh, and the person she passed that knowledge on to is... Oh, of course, it would be Akazaka, but I really wonder, because I don't really get what, you know, the Sonozaki family being in the Yakuza tribes would actually... What, tribes? Why do I keep saying tribes? Sorry, gangs, even. I don't know why I said that, but yeah, I really wonder what the significance of that actually is, because, I mean, maybe that could potentially help you find that, you know, the Sonozaki families, they always, they're not really that much of a family, they just they just look like the bigwigs, and they make themselves look so much bigger than they actually are, and more powerful and threatening as well. Right, so Tokihogushi fragment next. Yeah, so fragment 32. Right, I wonder what this is going to be. Ooh, looks like we're in the village. At first glance, this fragment seems to have no connection to the world of Hooded Rika, and only seems to explore the thoughts of the certain other guy. Oh, no, definitely not. Definitely not. Yeah, I agree, yeah. But even though nobody realised it, it's essential for grasping a very important truth that otherwise couldn't be noticed. 1 year before the tragedy in 1982. Yeah. When Satoshi disappeared and when the Rikas... What? When the Rikas were... Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. And when the Rikas were... I was just being so flabbergasted by the fact that Rika had a plural form, but yeah, it makes sense when you actually read it. And when the Rikas were fretting about how to escape the dead end of project in the following year, a certain female detective came to visit Hinamizawa. And the being that entered her, and the being that earned her attention... yeah, definitely, yeah, was one of the club members, Ryugu Reina. Oh, they're not even, it was because of the assault case from back when she lived in Ibaraki. Yeah, and most of the club members were unaware of that fact, even Casey didn't know the exact cause. Yeah, I do find it really interesting that, but of course, she would never want to tell anybody, no way. No way. But then I used to be taking certain... definitely certain red pills. The drug was part of a plot that Ikan, even Takano, were unaware of. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. And she fell victim to it. What the fuck, a plot? What? I thought it was just misunderstandings from, you know, psychological experts. That's really surprising. What? But when it says a plot, it doesn't have to mean something bad. Like, you could call something a plot just if, I don't know, a plot to help somebody. I don't know, that just doesn't sound right. Can plotted actions be good? Yeah, I didn't think I'd find anything. Let's see if we... Yeah, to do something illegal or harmful. What? Hang on a second, so what could she have been part of, I wonder? Because we've never actually learnt any of this. I wonder, could it be potentially really corrupt research? Or maybe it could just be Hinamizawa syndrome research. I don't know, maybe a pharmaceutical swap or something like that. But it was really quite interesting because what the person was doing, like completely drowning her with medication, like just giving her pharmaceutical, the second she wakes up, just give her another one. Like, I wonder, yeah, I really... But I always thought that was just because of how dangerous she became, because of her Hinamizawa syndrome level 5 state, but no. If it's not because of that, then that is weird. That really is. Tomoe coming to visit Hinamizawa and establishing that connection, and, you know, establishing the connection within is really, really important. I agree. In order to unravel... Yeah, in order to unravel the truth, Detective Mina Tomoe overcame many difficulties and stood up. In response to that, the light of hope, which had been faintly shining so far, became so strong it could be seen clearly. Well, that's actually really quite interesting though, because this is obviously after the investigation and after Tokyo Higurashi, to be honest, but like, still, yeah, definitely, yeah. Easily. Tokyo Higurashi's events lead to the brilliance of Tomoe really, really thriving. And from that light, something that even I didn't know existed came into view. Ooh, I wonder what this could potentially be. Yeah, I wonder what that is. So I really wonder what this thing that she doesn't even... How could it be something that Hanya doesn't even know the existence of? I don't know, I'm completely lost. Right, there should be a Miotsukushi. This is weird! The fact that we're on the final blue books. But yeah, the fragment of Miotsukushi is next. Wonder what this is going to be. Oh. Shit, I really wonder what this plot was though. Genuinely. Hope to God we learn about it in Miotsukushi Uda. So maybe this could be referring to, you know, a June 1983 that doesn't result in the death of everybody, who knows? And you know, those bloody weird things that Takuno was plotting. Oh my God, I really wonder how they're actually going to... Could you imagine if that idea that Takuno has to try and kill her and, you know, make her completely delusional and stuff, could potentially be what leads her to her exposure? After numerous detours and after receiving the thoughts of so many people, I finally managed to obtain this fragment. Yeah, I really wonder how they've actually obtained the fragment of Miotsukushi. However, this one's shape, colour and even weight are completely different from what the others. Why, you ask? Oh, I wonder. That's because this fragment doesn't include the fate of Erika alone. Up until now, we've only been considering how to obtain Rika's happiness. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. To that end, we've been working together to try and surmount that wall. However, the feeling was always repelled by Takuno's strong conviction and her willingness to put in the necessary effort. Yeah, easily. That it is simply impossible to defeat Takuno through only our collective thoughts and power. To be honest, I don't think it's impossible. I think Matsuri Bayashi can happen without the police, but no, it can't actually. No, it's impossible. No way. In which case, do we need the stronger pieces? No, but the only thing is, I suppose, even though they've only been considering Nika's happiness, she's only happy if everyone else is happy. So, yeah, I think that definitely shows it. And furthermore, are we wishing for a miracle that defies common sense? Yeah, that's actually really quite interesting, that. No, that's wrong. What we really needed was a shift in perspective. Yeah, fair enough, yeah. It's true that Takano stands before us with great power and strong... Yeah. But just what is the source of that power? Oh, I like that, yeah. And what is driving that strong... Yeah, that's actually really quite interesting. You are definitely going to need to learn about that. And also, learning about the source of the power, that will make you... I mean, the thing is, though, the people that are actually sourcing the power are so damn powerful that whether that is actually going to be able to do anything is debatable. But still, you're going to have so much knowledge and you're going to have actual reasonable evidence to, for example, arrest them, you know, through the Bloodhounds. Yeah, so by searching for the answers to those questions and pursuing the... lifeline extending behind her, it was possible to find another patron we hadn't noticed before. Oh yeah, Nomida. I wonder. Then is that who we need to defeat? Oh, that's interesting. So they're saying, you know, defeat Nomida, the person that's controlling Takano. Without Nomida, Takano wouldn't have become a fucking murderer. She wouldn't have had level 5 symptoms either. Well, this melody seems so familiar. No, our arms are far too short to reach. Yeah, oh my god, yeah, definitely. They need to combine strength, they really do. Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. Yeah, how are kids going to win against a political faction? No way. And against a foe even more powerful than Takano, there's no guarantee we can win. Yeah. In which case, there's only one way. I have never seen this fragment background before, by the way. That lifeline just needs to be severed. Yeah, that's actually really quite interesting. So, if you sever the connection between Takano and Nomida, may you be able to defeat this? If Takano's properly dedicated, though, she's going to do this without Nomida. She's going to do it on her own intuition anyway. And the means to do that was in a surprising place. Oh, I wonder. Oh, I really wonder. Oh my god. These fragments have actually been really quite cool. They've presented some really quite interesting opportunities. I mean, yeah, they've made me think quite a lot, actually. So, yeah, now we're going to see what the fuck this reversing the gears thing is. But yeah, obviously I'm going to have a little break before doing that. Right, okay, I'm back now. So, yeah, let's get started with this reversing the gears fragment. I wonder what this is actually going to be, because I remember there was just some sort of stuff about you know, gears being turned and Tomoe being the one that is going to be able to I think it was interdependence within you know, different cogs and some sort of circuit related thing, not circuit related thing, some sort of mechanical related construction, like, you know, all of the small cogs turn thanks to the big cogs, and obviously the other way around too. So if a cog is introduced, then obviously loads of the cogs are going to turn differently, like what will happen with Tomoe. Right, I need to just clean my glasses and then we will go in. Right, here we are. Okay, I wonder what this is actually going to be. So, oh, yep, I definitely did not expect to be here. Right, what is this going to be? I found something interesting. Oh, I've never seen anything in the world like this. It's obviously... I don't even know. This looks like a fragment, but it's actually not a fragment. Right. Okay. Oh, it looks very similar with the exact same shape and colour, but it's completely different. I really wonder if this is going to be like the ending of Matsuri Bayashi's connecting fragments. Like, we're going to see a fragment that, well, it kind of was, because I remember with Akazaka, he'd, you know, did this fucking amazing police raid, and then we got a little bit of insight into his dojo experiences, and then, you know, he just somehow was transported into Hanyu's world where, you know, he really wanted to change back the events that he actually could do, and then Hanyu just kind of made his wish come a little bit too true in another world. Suffice to say, let's call it a piece of concrete for now. If left alone, it would be nothing more than a mere stone, but this concrete has a slightly different characteristic from a fragment. Up until now, the fragments you've collected have been the crystallization of the will of many people surrounding the fate of Higurashi. Yeah, definitely. That's actually a really quite interesting analogy. Yeah, so the wheel crystallizes and then it makes fragments that make worlds. It really is quite cool, that. However, this has nothing to do with the future of Higurashi, let alone the past, so it's a meaningless and worthless thing in the world of fragments. Interesting. But what's that? How mysterious, hehe. By touching this concrete, the fragments scattered here and there begin to change shape. Oh, that's actually really quite interesting. So this is something that, yeah. Oh, angular corners become rounded. Distorted shapes become normal. Curves become straight lines and stagnant colours become vivid. Though I couldn't see anything before it was cloudy, it became transparent and the content was now clearly visible. That is so weird. Did you notice? From the start, even if all the fragments were to put together, they couldn't combine perfectly. Oh yeah, definitely, I couldn't agree more, yeah. Yeah, and I'm happy they addressed this, yeah. There were gaps in the middle, I agree, yeah. Because the chip pieces of those fragments that could have filled the gaps were scattered and couldn't be found. Oh, if you could find them, yes, it might even open the path to a new future. Yeah, fair enough actually, yeah. If you can get there, or if you've already experienced it, I'd be thrilled if you could tell me what sort of world it was. Yeah, I suppose for example, let's see if we can find an example. Well, I suppose we have fragments of, you know, the aftermath of Himatsubushi. I don't really know if that has any relevance though, because I remember there was the Himatsubushi incident. And it's really quite interesting that. So the reason why the story felt so disjointed was just because, you know, fragments are like that. They are disjointed. So the story, by, you know, having loads of points that just completely close, sort of reflects how the fragments also have that, really. Oh, that's right. We were talking about the concrete. By touching this concrete, the fragments change shape, colour, and even material and become one large mass. Oh, that's actually really quite interesting. So whatever this concrete is, it really makes the game board change. Yeah. And it actually forms one fragment out of all of the fragments. If I had to put it into words, I wonder if it should be called a dream. Could this potentially be Sakoroshi? What? Oh, that's interesting. In other words, this mask contains the desires in the hearts of all of the people living within it. Their feelings, their longings, for the ones who carefully prayed for their own happiness and protect the ones they hold dearest. The crystallization of the future everybody hoped for. Yeah, it wasn't all as expected. Oh yeah, definitely, because hoped futures would be very different for some people. Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah, there was a lot of self-condemnation, remorse and regret about wanting to start over if possible. The people who were left behind remembered. They couldn't forget. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. That's why this concrete will express its original role, here and now. And that is to take charge of the concrete intent. Oh, concrete intent by somebody's thoughts. Is concrete, when you say it like this, I suppose objective? Something that's set in stone? I don't know. So concrete thinking is reasoning that's based on what you can see, hear, feel, and experience in the here and now. Oh right, interesting. Yeah. Yeah, right. Okay. So it's just, from what I've gathered, it's really thinking in the now, really. But the concrete intent, I don't know. I suppose the intent of everything that's around them and how it should outcome, how the outcome should be even. That's so weird. I'm just really trying to imagine this and I can't really do it very well. This is some 4D shit here. Weird ass shit. Even change material. That's actually really quite interesting. Yeah, I wonder what these fragments are actually made out of. I mean, obviously this is like, you know, high Dune space here. I mean, yeah, like, obviously things are going to be a little bit weird. If you don't know high Dune, it's the, you know, species Han used in. But, yeah, well, high is like the, I think it's like the clan she's in, but Yun is actually the species she's in. But like, anyway, yeah, the space there, and then the materials are probably some Yun like metal, who knows. That is to unify the concrete will in somebody's desires. That is to be guided by the concrete final wishes entrusted by somebody else. So the concrete will take charge of the solid intent behind somebody's thoughts to unify the solid will in somebody's desires. So taking control will obviously strengthen somebody's desires, and the desires guide the final wishes that are, and those final wishes guide other people. Here it is no longer June 1983. Oh! Hang on a second, what? Years later in the hearsay era, in a sort of world of possibilities, where children grew to adults and adults faded into their older years. Wait, what? Are we? Oh. What is this?
以上が本件の報道対応における警察庁の指針内容となります。
Oh my god, wait, so hang on a second, when did the hearsay era begin? Oh my god, it began in 7th of January 1989. Fucking hell, so that really, yeah, so, you know, 6 years, 6 years in the smallest potential, time. Yeah, that is actually really quite nice though. So this is going to be really quite, you know, in the future. And I wonder how this is actually going. I wonder how everything's going to be affected. Obviously, Tomoe is not dead, but yeah, I really wonder. outlined above the National Police Agency's guidelines on responding to news
何か
reports.
意見はありますか？
Let me know if you have any feedback.
特になければこちらを警視庁の捜査一課に連絡の上以後の対応方針とするように。
If not, please contact the First Investigation Division of the Metropolitan Police Department and make this our response policy going forward.
ちょっと待ってください。
Wait a minute. The recently appointed Chief of News Correspondence, Chief Inspector Sakaguchi Junji. Yo, Junji, let's fucking go. Let a high-pitched squeal and got up with enough momentum to knock his chair back as he turned towards the executive seating area. Executive. Yeah, I'm assuming this is in Public Relations Division. I don't know, but yeah, my god. So I'm assuming the Tomboy has really worked high, and she is high in the ranks. Was it just me, or when she was talking there, she sounded really quite angry? I wonder if something could potentially have happened. Maybe she's not been able to solve Nagisa's case, so as a result has felt a lot of guilt because of it. Who knows? Oh god. Watching that situation unfold, the public relations director, senior superintendent. Superintendent, I mean, I don't work quickly, smiled to herself. That's actually really quite interesting. So I thought the superintendent was the only rank that was, you know, given to you if you died in battle. Interesting. Yeah, so... God, so she's the director now. Fucking hell. I mean, that really just shows how somebody can work up. I mean, my god. I wonder how many years this was after.
Yappari, kare ka.
I knew it. It's him, huh? She was convinced he was challenged this decision. Oh, interesting, because ever since his old days as a detective, he was known for his anachronistic, hot-blooded attitude towards carrying out his duties with integrity. Oh, interesting. So they're going to have to do something that defies morals and ethics. But thanks to that, he had a strained relationship with his boss who tried to keep things easy going, and it reached the point where he was practically being driven out of his position. Down.
Sakaguchi係長、何か異論でも？
Chief Sakaguchi, do you have any objections?
室長、新参者の私が状況を理解せず口に出すのは僭越と承知の上ですが、私は納得できません。
Director, I realize that I'm still a newcomer and it's brazen of me to speak without fully grasping the situation, but I'm not satisfied.
どうして報道各社への捜査情報の公開をこの岩谷容疑者の殺害事実のみに限定するんですか？
Why are you limiting the information released to the press to the facts of the murder that Iwatani... Who is Iwatani? Is suspected of committing? Yeah, why is she limiting the information released? I wonder what she would gain from it.
被害者の素性や彼女の薬物使用の痕跡、そしてこのバッグに控えている連中の動きもマスコミに開示するべきでしょう。
Okay, that is actually quite surprising. This sounds like a really serious murder. Why would they be concealing news? Shouldn't we disclose to the media the victim's identity, the evidence of her drug use? Yeah, drug use. And the actions of the people involved in the background of that.
バッグとはどれのことを指すのですか？
In the background? What scope of the background are you referring to?
全てです。当然じゃないですか。
Everything isn't obvious.
富も地位もそれなりに築き上げている岩谷由美がただの地上のもつれで殺人まで犯すわけがない。
No, definitely, yeah. This is very big, I agree, yeah. Everything isn't obvious. Somebody who has built up as much wealth and status as Iwatani Yumi wouldn't commit murder over a mere affair.
その程度のことはマスコミからの情報を享受する視聴者たちもすでに把握済みのはず。
Yeah, the viewers who follow media reports should have already realised this much. Why would the police not, you know, fully close in all of the information? Sorry, close all of the information just limited to them? Because, like, if they do this, then what if, you know, the public frowns down on them for not actually, you know, exposing the truth and saying everything they can about the incident? Because it could happen. That's actually really quite surprising that, you know, this relationship has made them so distant that, you know, they could potentially have, you know, he's being driven out of his position. Yeah, that's so surprising though, yeah.
実際ネットではその内情を邪推する連中によって岩谷由美が薬物を服用していたのではないかという話題で賑わっています。
In fact, the internet is full of people speculating about whether or not Iwatani Yumi took drugs.
さらには殺害現場になったマンションの所有者のことまで調べ上げているそうです。
What's more, they're even looking into the owner of the apartment complex at the crime scene.
本当。ネット住人たちは情報の収集能力が優秀ですね。
Really, people on the internet are very good at information gathering.
自宅に引きこもっていないで、マスコミ業界に就職するとか、配信会社を立ち上げるとかすればいいの。
That's actually understandable that she thinks that, because even though they're really good at gathering information and they could potentially, you know, gather things that may be confidential, you know, they're not really going to do anything with it. That's a fair thought, but you can't assume that not everybody is going to do nothing with it. It would be nice if they applied their talents by reporting for the press or starting up their own broadcasting companies instead of spending all their time locked at home. Yeah, but at the same time though, this is serious. She does kind of have a point, but at the same time, yeah, I don't think this is fully valuable. Besides...
そもそもです。捜査一課だけでなく組対5課は岩谷由美の禁止薬物を服用していた事実に与えて、それを取引する場所まで提供していたパトロンをはっきりと名前付きで把握している。
It's not just the 1st Division, but also the 5th Group who corroborated the fact that Iwatani Yumi was taking illegal drugs, and they even know the location of the trade and the name of the patrons. Corroborated. What does it mean? Confirm or give support to? What? Hang on a second, so the 5th Group is either... Is the 5th Group I just assume the 5th Group is, you know, police officer groups. And yet they've supported and, you know, confirmed the fact that she's taking illegal drugs. God. Yeah, fucking hell. Going to the 5th Group is a really good idea if you want to get the information. Wow.
Hmm. ならばそれらの情報もしっかり報道に流すべきと捜査一課に要請を出すべきではありませんか。
Understandable, yeah. Yeah, in this case, shouldn't we be ordering the 1st Division to thoroughly report this information to the media? Yeah, Sakaguchi pointed to the omissions in the media guidelines. What he said was certainly true, and nobody would think it unreasonable. No, I know.
道理的にはという意味だけどね。
Logically, it makes sense, but however, the other staff understood well that Tomoe must have made this decision with some sort of objective in mind. Yeah, definitely. I really don't understand why. Maybe she's not actually telling this intention or whatever. What was the exact word? Yeah, objective. Yeah. That's why even as he bravely stood up, she stared at him down as though she were looking at herself when she was first assigned here. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that's actually really quite interesting. That definitely shows that she's grown, but at the same time, wow. That's surprising though. I mean, she definitely sounds like a person that would be brutal to work under. Fucking hell. Interesting. So she's definitely not convinced whatsoever. Chief Sakaguchi.
今回の殺人事件は社会的影響が非常に懸念される事項です。
The social impact of this murder case is a matter of great concern.
だからこそ警視庁は こちら側に判断の是非を求めてきたのですよ。
That's why the Metropolitan Police Department has asked us to exercise our own judgment. Yeah, fair enough, yeah. I mean, especially because, Iwatani Yumi was a rich person. What the fuck? A strangled male corpse was found in a certain luxury apartment complex. And the victim's girlfriend, a celebrity. A celebrity? Jesus Christ, this is big. A celebrity by the name Iwatani Yumi was found by the police investigators after fleeing the scene. Oh, interesting. Right. Holy fuck, that's surprising. Yeah, so she could not only potentially be involved in murder, but also drug-related things. No, I really wonder. I think just because she's a celebrity, she may have pressure from some sort of ranks higher up. I don't know, though. Yeah, so Iwatani is a popular artist with fans across a wide age range and a very high name recognition. That's really bad, and yet this person was suspected of taking, you know, drugs. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Why aren't they releasing objective proof? I mean, that really is surprising. This is going to look so bad on the police force. Thus, the mass media has been clamouring day and night about this loss of a celebrity. Yeah. Oh, interesting. It's less of a person on display and more of a scapegoat. They were able to secure content that could bring in viewership ratings, so they might be cheering to themselves about it. But the public relations office wasn't requested to handle press decisions simply because the suspect was a celebrity. Yeah, definitely. The larger problem was that the victim was in contact with several women other than Iwatani. Oh, right. Yeah, and was accused of distribution. Distribution! Oh my god, buying things like these are bad enough. God, distributing them, fucking hell. In fact, the Metropolitan Police Department's 5th group had launched an investigation to uncover these illicit backdoor trade routes and had been following him for the past few months, looking for an opportunity to arrest him. God, that really is quite surprising. I mean, yeah, but in the meantime, he had an affair with Iwatani. Oh, when the two of them broke up, it resulted in an argument that led to the spur of the moment murder. Oh, God. He was killed in circumstances resembling a romance novel. Yeah, fair enough. However, there was also evidence that she was using drugs. Oh, and they already knew that the murdered man was the source of those drugs. Oh, yeah, that's bad. Iwatani is the artist as well, so not only has she had, you know, a husband that's been distributing drugs, but secondly, yeah, she's been immersed in, really. God. which case it's natural to worry that tightening suspicion around Iwatani would cut off police access to those drug routes. Oh, that's actually quite interesting, because obviously if the people know that the police are actually coming to the drug routes because of increased suspicion from a drug user, then yeah. Evidence suggests that several other illicit dealers have come in contact with her, and the fifth group is still pursuing those leads. Oh, right.
確かにこれはただの殺人という扱い
Oh
で
yeah, yeah, definitely, fair
もっ
enough,
と
yeah.
大規模な謀殺行為でしょう。
Indeed, this isn't being treated as a mere murder, but as a large-scale premeditated killing.
でも現時点ではその証拠がない。
However, we have no evidence of that at this time. Oh, interesting. I mean, obviously, yeah, how do you know that the murder was genuinely, you know, a spur-of-the-moment
だ
murder?
としたら私たちは憶測や風聞のルフを抑えるためにも
Oh, yeah, yeah,
余計な
understandable,
情報を
yeah.
流すべきで
Yeah,
は
because
あり
the
ません。
rumors are going to look bad on them. That is fair. And that being the case, we should limit dissemination of unnecessary information to in order to prevent rumours and wild speculation.
違いますか？
Or do you disagree? No, it's fair enough what she's saying.
ええ、室長のおっしゃることも理解しております。
No, as the director, I do understand where you're coming from.
それでは殺害された男が何ら過失も落ち度もないただの哀れな被害者ということになってしまう。
Yeah, fair enough, actually. Yeah, because he's done murder, and yet, you know, his name isn't being, I don't know, exposed really. However, by doing that, the murdered man isn't being given any fault or blame, and you're just portraying him as a
この男
sympathetic
は薬の
victim.
売買によって多くの人間をもてあそび、
Yeah,
途
my
端の
god,
苦
that's
しみ
fair
を味わわ
enough,
せてい
yeah.
たのです。
Yeah, I mean, it's not just the murder that's obviously happened of him, but... Yeah, yeah, definitely, yeah, yeah.
その事実を暴き、そしてその背後にいる連中の悪事も明るみに出す。
Yeah, definitely, yeah. We should be uncovering the facts and bringing the criminals behind him to light.
それこそが警察広報の役割ではないのですか。
Yeah, isn't that our role as the police public relations office? It should be,
それ
yeah,
は
but at the
ゴ
same
シッ
time...
プ誌と同じ風説による死刑行為よ。
God, Tomoe is a literal brick wall. You're never going to convince her. Yeah, that's no different from a gossip magazine. Practically a lynching via unfounded rumors.
明らかに職務外。
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, definitely, yeah.
職権の乱用に当たるわ。
Oh, it's clearly outside the scope of our work. I dare say it's even abuse of
それに
authority.
名誉毀損で訴えられるのは
Oh, isn't
別
libel
に
the
かか
spread
っ
of
て
false
こいって
information?
いいけれども、それによって
Oh my god,
家族や
definitely,
関係
yeah.
者が味わうことになる被害をあなたは考えたことがあって？
Plus, setting aside the possibility of being sued for libel, have you ever thought about the damage this could inflict on the villages, on the victim's family, and the other people connected to
し
him?
かし
But even so,
彼は罪を犯しているのです。
yeah, but that's fair enough. Yeah, he broke the
そ
law.
して今もなお罪を問うことができずに逃げおせている輩がい
And
る。
even now, there are other people trying to escape from their crime.
それを見過ごせなんて俺には。
Yeah, no, I understand what he's saying. Just maybe to look the other way. I mean, yeah, it's actually really quite odd that they are trying to do this, but Tomoe is just thinking, you know, like, if they don't have full evidence and they don't have, you know, it would just be like a lynching, really. It would just be complete baseless accusations, abuse of authority. Not good, but yeah, at the same time, both views are credible, but I think Tomoe's... Sakaguchi's works for a more morally, and I suppose you could think of it as more moral, but at the same time, what if, you know, what if they release false news, for example? That wouldn't be more moral whatsoever. Sakaguchi seemed to catch his breath as he said that, as if he noticed something, and even though he hated himself for having such a foul suspicion, he spoke the doubt that crossed his mind.
ひょっとしてこれは上からの圧力ですか?
I wonder, could it be that we're being pressured from above? No, it's actually really quite interesting because you would have thought if the murders happened, Tomoe, it wouldn't be like Tomoe to, want to shut down the truth of it.
例のマンションの所有者は昨今の IT インフラなどで有名な富豪で、財界だけでなく政界にもつてを持っている。
And it all seems a lot more likely now. The owner of the apartment complex in this case is a millionaire famous for his IT company. IT company? Interesting. Yeah, reminds me of Chiaki, I think her name is. Something like that. One of Otobe's friends that accompanied him to the... I think Chiaki was the daughter of the IT person. No, it was the person that came back from, a college graduation in America and then, learnt about that, and then her life just learnt about the car crash that this person was involved in. Death of an IT entrepreneur. I remember the tip quite clearly. Yeah, and then... yeah, her obviously going to the suicide party, and then... boom.
まさかそっち方面からの交渉で。
No, because negotiations have been pulled out in that direction.
坂口係長、口が過ぎるぞ。
Oh god, yeah, Chief Sakaguchi, you're taking this too far.
ですが、
Still.
そうでもなければこの報道規制の理由が。
Yeah, I mean, I suppose everything Tomoe has mentioned, but yeah, I wonder if there is something bigger. If that's not the case, then more reason is there for press regulation.
坂口くん、
Sakaguchi-kun.
あなたはどうして食品やアパレル、化粧品といった CM に芸能人を起用するのだと思う？
Why do you think they use famous entertainers in food, fashion, and cosmetic commercials?
は？
Huh? Yeah, it's actually a really quite odd thing to ask all of a sudden. Sakaguchi got stuck for a moment since Tomoe brought up a topic that had nothing to do with the current flow of the conversation. No, I agree, yeah. Nevertheless, when he noticed the look in his boss's eyes was completely serious, it's really quite funny that he just, doubts it. Yeah, he had to squeeze his mind to sort out his thoughts, then respond.
それはつまり事故の投影、代償行為というやつでしょ。
In other words, you're talking about compensatory behavior or
知名度
self-protection.
の高い有名人、能力や容姿に優れた芸能人と同じものを購入して入手する。
You're buying the same product as these popular celebrities or talented or good-looking entertainers.
それによって購買者はいわゆるイメージングというか、彼らと同じ能力や容姿を手に入れた気分になることができる。
Project a certain image of oneself and feel like they have the same talent for good looks.
そういうことでしょう。
Is that what you're getting at?
その通りよ。
Precisely. Oh, interesting. So I suppose you could analyse it in this situation. They're doing the same. I suppose they're... I don't really know what they're doing the same as some... Like, what's the same and what's similar in... I suppose the police, by ignoring all of this, can project a certain image of itself. No, my analogy would be contrasted by the fact that if they ignored it, then they wouldn't feel like they have the same talent.
だったら
Right.
同じように考えてみ
In which case, try to think about it the
あ
same
れだけ
way.
有名人の岩谷が禁止薬物を服用していたとマスコミに公開された
If
ら
the press reveals that a celebrity
その
like
薬の
Iwatani
認知度
was
はどうなる
taking this particularly illegal drug, what do you think will become the public's cultural awareness of it?
あれだけ芸能人としてのステータスも高い彼女が
Yeah,
その
yeah.
薬物を常に
Entertainer
使
as
っ
well,
て
my
いたとな
god.
れば
I mean, this guy probably, does ads for kids. Could you imagine just a person that did, ads for kids, for example, like, proving to be a drug addict? I mean, that would not be very good.
その情報を知ったファン あるいは関心を寄せるものは当然それが何かを知りたくなるでしょう。
If such a high-profile entertainer was found to be regularly using this drug, fans who learn this information or any other curious onlookers would naturally want to learn more about it.
そして入手先がどこか、その効能はどんなものかといった風に興味を持ち始める。
Then they'll be interested in learning what its effects are and
そ
where
れ
they can
によ
obtain
っ
it.
て大衆への薬物の汚染
Oh, that is a
度
very
はさら
interesting
に
way of
拡大す
thinking
るわ
about it.
ね。
In doing so, this drug will spread even wider across the general public. Yeah, and it's really interesting. I really wonder if there's going to be some people that, for example, they'll just have a drug at a party just because a celebrity has had it.
連中はそれも見越して岩谷由美を宣伝的に
Yeah.
犯人へと仕立て上げたのよ。
In anticipation of that, they're already spreading propaganda of portraying Iwatani Yumi as a criminal. Oh yeah, I really see where this, analogy comes from now. Like, for example, if what happens, if they realise that Iwatani was taking drugs, then obviously they're going to want to take the same drugs as him, just so they can look cool and feel good about themselves, and obviously, it will spread. High-profile entertainer though, I mean, my god, this person really was big. I wonder why he was actually killed. Well, I mean, obviously because he was doing drugs, no shit, and obviously, the argument-related thing, that is very good in terms of indication. What?
もちろんその代価は本人にちゃんと支払っているはず。
Yeah, of course, the person herself should be the one to pay the price.
数年前の在宅か何かで彼女の実家はものすごい借金を背負っているらしいからね。
Seems their family got into some huge debt thanks to a sophisticated money management issue or something a few years
そ
ago.
れに最近プライベート関係で心身ともに疲れ切っていた岩谷は
Oh god,
芸
yeah,
能界を
fair.
引退することをずっと考えていた。
Yes, it's really quite funny that you have mentally and physically exhausted and then entertainment in the same sentence. But anyway, and on top of that, Iwatani was also mentally and physically exhausted due to this private relationship. Yeah, and was even thinking of retiring from the entertainment world. Yeah, I suppose Iwatani would be, a artist for entertainment, whereas, the other, the husband would be just a high-profile entertainer in
だ
general.
っ
That's the
たら
impression I'm getting.
あとは人稼ぎしてしばらく刑務所で辛抱し出所後は海外で陰性生活。
Yeah,
理想
interesting.
的なセカンドライフよね。
Oh, I wonder. That's actually fair enough. I suppose you could do that. Yeah. It's an ideal second life, don't you
見ない
think?
必要。あなたはそこまで。
To go to Minai, would you go that far? No, that's actually fair enough, but you need to think about these things from the victim's point of view, to be fair. Yeah, Sakaguchi stared at her. Tomoe lightly shrugged her shoulder to vaguely answer in the affirmative. Yeah, God, that really is quite surprising. I mean, yeah, the Public Relations Office isn't just a mediator for the press. They accurately investigate the precise source of information and analyse the details and grasp the situation and give instructions to various people in the field. They're sort of the information department of the National Police Agency. Hmm. That's understandable, yeah. That's interesting. So they really determine the validity of evidence and also evidence, information, stuff like that, and they also determine the sources. Well, you know, the precise sources. Interesting. However, these activities were only disclosed to a select few executives like Tomoe. And so Sakaguchi and the other young employees had their eyes open wide in shock at the idea. Yeah. Oh, interesting, yeah. Yeah, and that definitely shows why the significance of what actually happened here is so, you know, prominent, really. Maybe I said too much. Nah, I think she definitely, I mean, obviously, she has said a lot, but at the same time, she really has conveyed the message. And Tomoe considered the ramifications of indirectly revealing a top secret information. That's actually, oh my god, I never thought about that, but yeah. Wait, hang on a second. So was the information regarding this case completely confidential? Fucking hell. She has said too much. Holy shit, she could get in so much trouble for this. I mean, I think it's unlikely she will be, but still. Tomoe considered the ramifications of indirectly revealing top secret information. Yeah. What is a ramification? Complex or unwelcome consequences of an action. Right. But on the other hand, she also saw this as a good opportunity. The staff working here since Tomoe became the director were some of the most well-known and well-trained elites in various fields. Yeah, interesting that. That's really good though, wow. Yeah, so Myanmar's definitely not here anymore. That's so good though, wow. Even the newcomer, Sakaguchi, was highly recommended by the former director for his belief in capabilities. Oh yeah, fair enough. And I mean, he has a really big belief in integrity. I mean, that can be annoying at sometimes, but at the same time, I think that's a really, really good strength he has. Thus, she wanted to install a certain level of awareness here that future activities will cover a wide variety of complexities. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Sakaguchi-kun. I mean, no flattery here, but your sense of justice is truly commendable. Yeah. So I don't expect you to bend over and I don't want you to compromise. Yeah, because honestly, if in this case they do that, it could potentially result in so much worse. However, we as the police aren't scoring points by capturing criminals and exposing wrongdoers.
適切な対処を取る。
I mean, that ultimate goal is impossible, but at the same time, they can, they can do as much as they possibly can. They can try their best. Our goal is to eliminate crime from society, so we should always be thinking and moving and taking action to make that a reality.
そのためには一見無縁なやり方も必要になってくる。そうでしょ?
And sometimes a roundabout method is necessary to accomplish that goal, wouldn't you say? He's lost for
こ
words.
こにいるみんなも覚えておいて。
Everybody here should remember
広報
that.
室の役目は犯人検挙の手助けをするだけじゃないの。
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I found that really quite good because obviously that's what Tomoe... I mean, no, Tomoe was just thinking about the whole media-related thing. She never really saw the appeal in the job at all, just like mine, or really. The role of the public relations office isn't to simply help arrest criminals.
犯罪の二次拡大を防止することもその重要な役割。
Yeah, fair, actually, yeah. Preventing the secondary spread of crime is another critical role. Yeah.
悪どいことを考えている奴らは犯罪行為のその先まで読んで動いている。
Oh yeah, fair enough, yeah. The people considering wrongdoings plan for what will happen after their
だったらこ
crimes are
ちらも
committed.
さらにその先を行くしかない。
In which case we have no choice but to go even further.
広報の動き方一つで警察からの発信情報が有効にも無意味にもなる。
One aspect of the public relations is understanding whether information from the police is effective or meaningful.
その重要性を
Oh yeah,
しっ
yeah,
か
I
り
like
お
that
のお
she's
の
saying that,
意識
yeah.
しておくようにね。
She really is a good boss. She really sounds like the person, she's going to build really, I mean, she's going to make already strong employees really fucking strong, even stronger than they could have imagined being. I really think it's nice that she's saying this and just fully hammering into her head that, they can't do this because they can't actually do any of this just because of, they're preventing I suppose being the thing that starts secondary crime happening. Hmm. Yeah, understandable, yes, it's just as you say, I didn't give it enough thought. No, but at the same time, I think him having the bravery to, go against a view that has actually been made by, the chief. Well, not the chief, I don't know, whatever ranked on whichever, superintendent, yeah. Double superintendent, something like that? I don't know, there's something before superintendent, I remember there was like a word before it, but I forgot what it was. Yeah, it's just as you say, I didn't give it enough thought. Yeah, fair enough. It is frustrating, but it's actually really quite surprising. Overlooking evildoers is also the way of achieving justice. However, even if that's the case, asking me to overlook evildoers is very frustrating. Yeah. Oh. Well, I would have thought it would just be a little bit applied. Would have been applied. I mean, I suppose overlooking them, no, that's interesting. You wouldn't overlook them. I suppose you would obviously take what they've done into account, but you wouldn't, you know, talk to them on the media. Oh my god, she's fucking cold though, wow. God, she's mad. The sound of her voice was as sharp and cold as a blade of ice. Of all the staff members, not just Sakaguchi, looked up at once and trembled as a chill ran down their back. Yeah, Tomoe is a fucking scary boss. That doesn't surprise me. This wasn't the gentle and matronly tone of a senior worker in her 50s. What? Oh my god, this is like 20 years after. Fucking hell. Yeah. She's still working though, that's really quite impressive, yeah. Of a senior female worker in her 50s, she'd be better described as a heroic woman as she looked at all of the staff members standing in a row before her head on and smiled.
政治的にアプローチがあったのは本当よ。
Yeah, it's true that we're taking a political approach here.
だからそれを逆手に取ってやるの。
So we'll use that against the criminals.
連中はこの報道内容を知ればこちら側が配慮してくれたのと早合点して気を緩めるでしょう。
Once the criminals learn this information, they'll jump to the conclusion that we were being considerate and let their guard down.
そして次の売人を用意し、
Oh
新し
my
い取
god,
引ル
yeah.
ートを構築する。
That's really quite interesting. They can you know, sort of look like they're within the drug trade themselves and obviously get an undercover police officer to become a drug dealer so that they can look at the exact operations of the crime and then, yeah, they can do a little bit of handcuffing. And yeah, raids can happen. That's genius though, wow. Oh, hang on a second, I completely misread this. Oh, I thought they said we will. Fucking hell. Yeah, but that will be the end for them. Oh, that's good. That's really, really good, yeah. The fifth group is already preparing Annette to encircle them.
厚生省の麻薬取締部にもセコ役として動いてもらえるようそれとなく情報を横流ししてある。
She speaks so much slower now. Yeah. I'm so surprised that she's 50 years old and she's still doing this. I mean, my god. She's in the public relations office. She's never changed careers. Interesting that. It really just shows how brilliant, you know, Yamaoki's decision was. Oh my god, it really is quite something.
Hmm. 最もここまでの企みは警察庁の上層部も想定していないでしょうけどね。
However, the upper ranks of the National Police Agency probably haven't considered it that far either. Negotiating with politicians, bureaucrats, and other big shots is probably just part of upper managers' self-interests and schemes. Interesting. However, that wasn't anything Tomoe's organisation cared about. Yeah, it's definitely not within their act, I'd assume. Even if it means earning the ire of powerful people, the police had a firm role to act with unflinching standards. Oh, yeah, I like that, yeah. So it was the eye like disgust. yeah, just one word in the definition, anger. Yeah, definitely, yeah. By fairly and thoroughly pursuing criminals, they can deter wrongdoers from committing acts of evil. Yeah. Crime and wrongdoing will never go away as long as society has culture. Yeah, it's sad that, but it's true, yeah. And people have desire in their hearts. However, as long as the primary deterrent doesn't wane in significance, society should gradually move in the right direction. Deterrent like applause? Oh, a thing that discourages or is intended to discourage somebody from doing something. Right. That was Tomoe's philosophy, which remained unwavering since she was appointed in this position. Oh yeah, fair, yeah. Yeah, it's probably hard to argue with someone like that.
Sakaguchi. 広報室を舐めるなよ。
Sakaguchi, don't underestimate the public relations.
適当に殴り合って終わり。
Definitely, yeah.
なんて甘っちょろい考えは。私たちには必要ないの。
Oh yeah, fair. We don't need naive thoughts that everything can be resolved with a simple fist fight. Oh God, no.
やるなら徹底的に叩き潰すことを考えろ。
Oh, I like that, yeah. If you're gonna act thoroughly and with the intention of crushing your foes.
刑事畑で不条理を嫌というほど見て、辛酸を舐めてきたあなた。
Yeah, I do find it really quite interesting. She's calling people for the same reason she was called here, because she's experienced pure detective work. She has. You've witnessed the absurdity of being a detective in the field and tasted that hardship. That's why I called all of you here. Right. Tomoe's awe-inspiring words were like a bolt of lightning through Sakaguchi's body, causing him to immediately don a salute without even thinking. Oh my God. Yeah, that shows how effective it was. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Yes, obviously beforehand he probably wouldn't have, tried and cared as much as possible, just because he would have felt as if it was a demotion. But everybody thinks that at the beginning. But no, it really isn't. In that moment, the idea that he was being demoted to the public... Oh shit, that scared me. My earphones are going to die soon. To the public relations office immediately vanished from his mind. Instead, a sense of purpose welled up inside his heart. Along with the detective's soul, he had all but forgotten. Oh. Right, so that's the end? I'm actually quite surprised. I thought that was going to be a lot longer. Oh, that was really quite cool, though. That definitely shows how fucking brilliant Tomoe has become. Like, seriously. She's amazing now. And I find it really quite interesting that this was shown to us.
So this.
I was convinced that was it. Oh my God. Yeah, I'll speak about my thoughts at the end. Right, in a second, I just gotta... I've got to go to bed soon, so I just need to check. Oh my God, I have a lot to do. Oh, I have 27 minutes. Shit. Oh, I'm really not gonna get sleep today. Oh, it's fine. I don't fucking care. This is my break week anyway. If I don't get sleep here, then what am I doing? If I get sleep in my break week and I don't make the most of my break time, then something is wrong. No, I agree though, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, I love that, yeah. Yes, that's right. Oh.
最初は前野さんのおっしゃったように、明らかに見下した感全開でした。
I'm genuinely surprised Maeno's still alive. Wow. I mean, Yamaki, let's be honest, he's probably not alive, but yeah, Maeno is. Yes, that's right. It's just like you said, Maeno-san. He clearly had nothing but contempt at first.
挫折したエリートさん特有の反応ってやつですかね。
Yeah, you see that reaction from frustrated elites all the time.
でもまあ、最初にガツンと言ってやりましたので。
But well, I get very full talking to, so I'm not too worried about next time. Oh yeah, he is going to be refined thanks to that talk. What are you saying? He's still young? Yeah, he sounds a lot older, my god.
だけど根は真面目で勘もいいし、俺の身内からも将来性は確かにあるってお墨付きだ。
But he's diligent and has a good foundation, so the people close to me have been saying that he has a promising future. Yeah, that's understandable. I think he does as well. I mean, like I said before, even when he was, you know, kind of frustrated, as Tomoe puts it, the fact that he actually had the bravery and, you know, will and dedication to argue against, you know, the boss and argue against the views that she was presenting as final. It really does take bravery, that alone.
Oh
yeah, he'll be a fine contributor with the proper training, don't you think? Yeah, I think he probably would be, yeah.
私もそれは感じました。
The same feeling.
配属初日の会議で。
Oh yeah.
あれだけ自分の意見を言えるなんてなかなかの度胸ですよ。
Oh my god, it does. That's even better. It takes a lot of courage to speak up and express your opinions like that on your very first day of the job.
しばらく目をかけてじっくり育てるつもりです。
I'm sure it will develop well with some oversight.
もっとも本人は刑事に戻りたい気持ちが強いみたいですけどね。
That may be a little bit of a problem, but at the same time, I think it's really quite good that, you know, Tomoe is probably just going to convince him to, you know, get all of the detective emotions that he's been having and, you know, just use them for the best intents, really. Although it seems like he still has a strong desire to go back to being a detective.
なんか広報室に来たばかりのお前さんを思い出すな。
Yeah, it reminds me of when you first started at the public relations office.
今もまだ刑事に戻る気はあるか。
Do you want to go back to being a detective even now? Oh, please don't tease me.
からかわないでくださいよ。私、もうすぐおばあさんって呼ばれる年齢なんですから。
Oh my god, I know. I'm old enough to be called a grandma very soon. I mean, that is fucking scary.
若い時みたいに走り回ったり、徹夜続けたりしたら、そのままお迎えが来ちゃいますよ。
Oh my god, that's actually really quite funny. Yeah, yeah, she probably was. She definitely can't do that. I mean, my god, she needs to take it easy now. I mean, yeah. God, yeah. That really is just quite something, just seeing the flow of life for Tomoe really, really slowing down because of her age increasing. I'll be jumping in my own grave if I ran around and stayed up all night like I did when I was young. Well, I'm probably going to be able to say the same thing. A voice just laughed from her boss Maeno came in over the cell phone. Jeez, he's only a few steps below the top of the National Police Agency, but he still was frank. Jesus Christ, that's insane. But he still was frank and open-minded as ever. Yeah, fair enough, yeah. Tomoe muttered that to herself, then moved the phone away from her face to laugh.
So yeah.
Yeah.
今晩お前暇か。
By the way, are you free tonight?
ちょいと飲みに行く予定があるんだが。
I was planning to go out for drinking for a little while.
相変わらずですね。
Oh my god, yeah, he is. If you're a police officer, you need to be a good drinker. You're the same as ever.
こんなばあさん口説かずに、もっと若い女の子誘えばいいでしょ。
Shouldn't you invite a younger girl instead of flirting with an old lady like me? Oh my god, it's actually really quite funny. Tomoe is the type of person to, you know, think of herself as less of a person just because of how old she is.
広報のめぼしい子連れて行きましょうか。
Shouldn't I introduce you to some valuable young workers of public relations?
あほう。人妻を口説くような趣味はねえよ。
You idiot, I don't make a habit of flirting with married women.
実は今夜、東京地検の特捜
I
部長
definitely
殿
don't
に
think
一
that's
本
flirting.
誘われていてな。
Actually, I was invited by the chief of the Special Investigation Department at the Tokyo District Prosecutor's Office. Jesus.
反町も同席するらしいし。お
Oh.
前もどうだ。
Oh my god. So we're gonna get Miyuki there as well, and Sorimati will be there too, so how about you?
なんか魂胆が見え見えですよ。
Oh, this is gonna be interesting because we're probably gonna find out about stuff related to Yoigoshi. No, not Yoigoshi, sorry. What was it? Oh, probably just gonna find out stuff related to their connections, and obviously what we saw in Yoigoshi will sort of maybe be explained, like why they, you know, why she was involved with the Hinamizawa investigation and stuff like that, and you know, their significance really. Interesting that Miyuki knows Minor. To be fair, Miyuki probably is a younger girl, so yeah, I suppose that could apply. I don't know. I love this though. Tomoe may be a good, you know, boss, but that's not very good. if she's gonna introduce them to people with very big age gaps, even though they're married. Nah, no way. Somehow it feels like you have an ulterior motive here. Oh.
断っておきますけど、あずさは絶対警察官になんかさせませんからね。
I'd like to decline. I won't allow you to turn Azusa into a police officer.
もちろん、検事もごめんですから。
Oh, who's Azusa? And of course, you can't make her into a public prosecutor either.
あの子の将来は、
Her future
あ
is
の子
hers to
自身がや
decide.
りたいようにさせるんです。
Hmm.
主人にもしっかりはっきりそう言っておいてください。
She has a husband? I am genuinely surprised. Who the fuck is her husband? Please be sure to say the same to my husband loud and clear.
しかし反町も自分の上司の特捜部長から直々にお願いされたとなったらな。
Sorimati received a direct request from his boss at the Special Investigation Department. Hang on a second, by the way, Azusa even. I wonder who Azusa is. What? I mean, obviously Miyuki, but Azusa? Is that Miyuki's kid? But there's no way, like in this time frame, she would have been able to, you know, have grown up. Actually, maybe. No, that could be more than possible, actually. No, it couldn't have been. I'm just being an idiot. My timelines are all mixed up. Hmm.
毎日断りでもしたら次の勤務先は網走か石垣島か。
Refusing something like that is a great way to get reassigned all the way. Oh. Oh god, so she can't refuse. Refusing something like that is a great way to get reassigned all the way out to Abashiri or Ishigaki-shima. Ishigaki-shima.
そんなところに検察庁はありません。
There are no public prosecutors' offices out there.
あ、もう分かりましたよ。
Fine, fine.
私もちゃんと同席させていただきます。
I'll do as you ask and come with.
それでいいですね。
Are you satisfied?
オーケーオーケー。それでいい。
Okay, okay, that's great.
そんじゃな。
See you then. Yeah, I really wonder what this is going to be. Like, mine was sounded satisfied as he hung up the phone. Tomoe let out a sigh, then flipped her phone closed and slid it into her pocket. Oh yeah, of course, no wired phones anymore.
強引なんだから。
She's how overbearing.
雄一君が刑事になったからって Azusa を今から青たがりしなくてもいいじゃないの。
Just because Yuichi became a detective, that's no reason to start pressuring Azusa into it already. Azusa? Who the fuck is Azusa? I mean, obviously Miyuki would make sense, but what? I mean, Miyuki is literally like, I don't know what her exact rank is, but I know that she's a detective. She's a very, very good policewoman, whoever she is. So I wonder who... Oh! Okay, that makes sense now. Tomoe's daughter, Azusa. Oh my god, so she has a daughter and in high school. Fucking hell, they've... Yep. Somebody is probably very lucky. Tomoe's daughter, Azusa, was still in high school in the first place, so she was in that critical time period leading up to college entrance exams. Oh my god. Oh, I found that so funny that, you know, not only is... Myanmar saying your daughter is becoming a police officer but a public prosecutor. Oh god, yeah, he'd agitate her by making her choose between the bar exam and the national seed test. The national seed test? Right. Well, when the chief prosecutor's right-hand man allowed his son to become a police officer. A detective even. Apparently the father ended up receiving a lot of blame from his bosses. Alright.
いいじゃない、それで。
That's fine, isn't it?
おかげで私も可愛い後継ぎができて万々歳なんだから。
Because thanks to that, I have a cute successor of my own. Tomoe stepped through the entrance of the National Police Agency building as she muttered that to herself and stepped out into the brightly shining satellite. Oh my god, I wonder if we're actually going to be able to... Wait, hang on a second. What? Oh my god. Wait, you've got to be kidding me. We're probably going to see Akazaka here. Does this actually tell us that Miyuki is in exactly the same room as Akazaka? Yeah, because obviously this is really, really secretive and confidential, I don't know, place really. You can't get here unless you're qualified. This is where Mina Tomoe are now officially... What? Wait, hang on a second. What? What? I'm concerned? Hang on a second. So, this is so weird. So, in this one, so obviously Miyuki's going to be unmarried. But Tomoe has the husband that Miyuki would have had in Yoigoshi. Oh my god, that is weird. God, that is such a fucking coincidental thing though, Jesus. Or maybe there was a divorce between Miyuki and Yuichi, I don't know. That's so weird though. Oh my god.
Minae-san.
Oh, Minae-san.
じゃない。お母さん。
Oh, I mean, what? What? I'm so confused. People call relative... What? The young detective was binding together materials, but when she noticed Minae enter the room, she stood up and told her salute. Tomoe laughed with that overly formal and serious reaction while raising her right hand in response.
もう、あんまり慣れてないのに、無理やりそう呼ぶ必要ないって言ったでしょ?
It's okay, you said you're not used to it, so you don't have to address me that way, alright?
これまで通りでいいのよ。
It's just fine to carry on as you always have.
でもそういうことはきちんとしなさいってお父さんが。
Dad told me what to act properly.
お母さんとかせめてともえさんとか呼ばないと変なんで。
Oh my god, I just love that they give you the most confusing thing to, you know, think about at the beginning. It would be weird if I didn't call you mum, or at least Tomoe-san.
赤坂さんらしいわね。
Oh yeah, my god, definitely, yeah. That's just like Akasaka-san. It's just really quite funny that, because obviously, if you took Yoigoshi, you know, Miyuki would be Sorimachi. I just think that's so funny that Tomoe has exactly the same husband that Miyuki would have had. But obviously, I think Tomoe won the man race. That sounds really weird, but yeah, you get what I mean. God, I miss the answer arc music. I thought there was going to be like some really shitty twist when I, you know, saw that. But no, I'm happy there wasn't. My god.
でもいいのよ、みないさんで。
Yeah, but it's okay. You can call me Minai-san. What? I thought she said she was called. Yeah, Sorimachi Tomoe. Yeah.
そっちの方が
Yeah.
私たちっぽくて
Yeah,
落
that
ち着く
seems more
わ。
fitting and calming for us. Yeah. Okay, I am so fucking confused. Has she married with somebody with the same surname? What? As she said that, Tomoe gave the detective Sorimachi Miyuki a slap out on the head. I am so fucking confused. Miyuki looked up with her face slightly uneasy and dyed red, then gave her a sweet smile.
ところでどうだった？ひなみ沢の
by
様
the way,
子は。
how was your trip to Hinamizawa?
まあ、いろいろありました。
Well, a lot of stuff happened. I'm just so confused by this. So... Wait, hang on a second. So maybe Tomoe was like the biggest worker, the person that had the biggest influence on Miyuki, and as a result, she shares her surname. That just sounds ridiculous. I'm so confused. No, but the only thing is now she's saying she's calling herself Minai, so... I'm so confused. Oh, it doesn't really matter that much, but at the same time, I want to know everything about the plot, man. Or maybe they've just married people with the same surname coincidentally. Coincidentally, who knows? Yeah, I think they probably just married people with the same surname. But the only thing is, I remember Miyuki having said that her husband was called Yuichi as well. Oh, I don't fucking know.
殺人現場に出くわすわ。銃撃戦には巻き込まれるわ。おまけに幽霊まで出ましたからね。
I find it so funny that, yeah, I stumbled in on a murder case, got involved in a shootout, and even had a run-in with a few ghosts. And it's not even a joke as well.
もはや骨休みの旅というか、
Yeah, my
スリルが満点でしたよ。
Oh yeah, definitely. It was hardly a relaxing vacation. It was a total thrill trip. No, I couldn't agree more. Yeah, I mean, that was fucking epic. Yoigoshi was such a good story, seriously. I loved Yoigoshi. I think if I read a, like, you know, a console arc again, I'd probably read Yoigoshi.
スリル満点。
Thrill trip?
一体何があったの？
Yeah, now she's gonna have to explain just what on earth happened
そ
there.
れがですね。
We see. Then for a while longer, Miyuki gave Tomoe a detailed explanation of the events of Yoigoshi. Sorry, of the events of in Hinamizawa. Tomoe was very interested in the many mysterious and extreme events that transpired over just 2 days. Oh no, I know, those must have been some of the most... It's actually really quite funny with Arakawa Tomoe, sorry, Towada, even, not Tomoe, Towada and obviously Otobe, you know, these 2 days, some of the most influential days in their bloody lives. Sorry, not some of the most influential days in their lives. Yeah. Oh, by the time she finished, nearly an hour had passed. Oh my god, wow. Oh yeah, fair enough though, yeah. They are very interesting and they're so supernatural as well. Oh, sorry, Minai-san. I mean, even though it was an hour long, yeah, I think it's better to be carried away and talk about interesting things than this. Yeah. Yeah, don't worry about it. It was interesting, so I don't mind. Yeah. Oh my god, I'll be sure to tell me all about it the next time I come over to visit. I really wonder what they're going to say about, you know, Mion. Right, of course. Miyuki had a bright look on her face as she nodded over and over. Oh, yeah, fair enough, yeah. For her, she best knew Tomoe as a teacher from her police academy days. The one who sternly yet thoroughly taught her how to become a police officer. That's insane. The amount of connections these people have, I swear to God. That's, wow. That really is amazing. I'm actually really quite surprised that, you know, Tomoe, I mean, obviously, she is a brilliant police officer, but I never really would have thought she'd be a teacher. God. Tomoe, though, she is a brilliant boss. I mean, we've seen, for example, in Kakiyuchi, and, you know, just back there, with, what was his name? Sakaguchi? It was Sakaguchi, yeah. You know, how brilliant of a leader she is. Of course she can be a teacher. Of course she can motivate people as well. She was the person she looked, up to and respected aside from her parents. Oh, that's really nice, yeah. She deserves it, though. She really does. And when she first started, and when she first started dating the man who'd become her husband, Sorimachi Yuichi, she was surprised and delighted to learn that marrying him would make Tomoe her mother-in-law. Oh. So, Hold on a second, so I'm assuming that, Tomoe has had 2 kids, so, you know, Azusa and also Yuichi. Right, okay, that makes a little bit more sense now. Yeah, it actually does now. Oh my god, that was so confusing for so long, but it was just because Tomoe had... Oh, it's Yuichi? It's not Yuichi? It is Yuichi, that's just a typo. Although she had no blood relation to Yuichi herself since... Oh, she was his father's second wife. Alright. Since then, she debated if she should move onto the Public Relations Office or the Public Security Bureau after leaving the 4th group. But Tomoe was the one who told her to prioritise her father's wishes. Oh, so she trusted her judgment and went with Public Security. Yeah. And on top of that, Tomoe got along well with her mother, Yukie. Oh my god, Yukie's alive! Oh, that's brilliant! So the Sorimachi and Akazaka families had a bright, happy relationship as one big family. Oh my god, definitely, yeah. And I just find it really quite surprising that, you know, Tomoe, she just has so many connections, like, seriously. And I think it's really, really nice that, you know, her and Akazaka get along as well. Because, yeah, they're really nice people. They really, really are. And it is just really quite nice, like, the more work you do in later life, just the more connections you find. I mean, seriously, such a crazy amount of connections you can make just within a job. It really is. Oh, that's really nice.
で、
So?
メールで入り口の外観写真は受け取ったけど、
Oh, I looked
中の様子はどうだったの？
I saw the exterior photos from your email, but what was it like on the inside?
ちょっと検出された数値が高すぎて、もっと装備を整えてから後日人員を派遣することになりました。
The readings were a bit too high, so we're preparing more equipment and planning to dispatch personnel again
ただ
later.
ミナイさんの睨んでいた点に間違いはなかったようです。
Oh, but there's no mistake in the particular item you pointed out, Minai-san.
明らかにあれは火山性の有毒ガスではありませんでした。
Oh, yeah. There were clearly no signs of any volcanic gas.
どちらかといえば
yeah.
神経ガスの類だと。
If anything, we found a certain type of nerve gas. Oh, God. Oh, shit. I wonder which nerve gas. Could you imagine if it's sarin? Jesus, that would be awful. Miyuki's tearful mood vanished as he said that and then carefully spread the photo she'd taken across the desk. Picture there was an old hut nestled amongst densely overgrown vegetation. Or was it corrosion and, you know, the deterioration of the... No, hang on a second, mud. Mud? Why did I say mud? Sorry, hut. That wouldn't apply. I don't really think... Oh yeah, inside. Yeah. It was a shed built inside the former grounds of the Sonozaki main house.
園崎家の関係者にも聞いて確かめたんですが、これって山向こうに抜ける隠し通路になっているそうです。
They're going to have found the tunnel with the secret tunnel with loads of gas that actually killed Arakawa and Otobe in the bad ending. Oh my god, that was a bad ending too. I love that bad ending. That was so good. That's very interesting, that. And I just really find it quite interesting that, you know, they begin investigating Hinamizawa. Originally it becomes a vacation, but now they want to find the truth. Now they want to find the truth of the disaster. Hell yeah. Hmm.
相当深くて、ちょっと外からではわからない仕組みになっていましたから、ここに逃げ込めば逃げおおせることができると。
It was quite deep, so nobody on the outside would ever suspect it. It seems like if you can flee to here, you can escape. Now that's interesting. I wonder if the Sonozaki family, like initially, would they have escaped through there? And I really wonder why Mion hasn't, you know, or Shion, if she's in the area, why they haven't, you know, survived every single gas disaster. Because they would have in theory, and, you know, their family would have been forcing them to. Why would their family trust the military? It's just really quite surprising why this has happened. I mean, why the Sonozaki family have always died, really. It's quite shocking to me. Maybe it was because the mountain dogs broke in, who knows. It was quite deep, so nobody on the outside would ever suspect it. It seems like if you can flee to where you can escape. Oh yeah. Oh, although.
中には猛毒ガスが充満していて、
Yeah,
入
definitely.
った途端、数分で昏睡して死に至る。
You've got to be kidding me. Did she just... What? No. It was filled with deadly poison gas, so anybody who entered it would be rendered comatose and die within a few minutes. Yeah. Will they go to heaven or hell? Jesus, Tomoe has definitely got the black hair. In any case, reaching the original exit would be impossible. Yeah, definitely, yeah.
おそらく中には当時使用した毒ガスのボンベか何かが遺棄されているのだと思います。
Oh, I think it's likely that the canisters of poison gas or something that they used at the time were abandoned there. I wouldn't be surprised, yeah, because it's a complete death trap going down there, so I really wonder. Now I wonder, get the gas masks on, go down there, potentially find the thing behind the gas, maybe find some fingerprints, who knows?
それにしても、皆さん、どうして毒ガスが火山性でないと気づかれたんですか？
Anyway, Minai-san, how were you able to tell that the poison gas wasn't volcanic?
一つは地形上の問題ね。
First, there's the problem with the topography.
当初の発生源とされた鬼ヶ淵沼からガスが噴き出したとしても、
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
標高の経度から考えて、
Yeah.
避難先の分校に届くにはかなりの時間がかかるの。
Even if the gas did sprout from the Onigafchi swamp, considering the altitude gradient, it would take a considerable amount of time to reach the refugee site at the school. Yeah, definitely, yeah.
それこそ丸1日かかっても致死量の濃度に達するかどうかギリギリ。
So it's doubtful whether it would be thick enough to be lethal after a full 24 hours.
低気圧レベルの強風でも吹いていれば話は別だけど、当時の気圧配置ではそんな様子は見られなかったし。
Yeah, definitely, yeah. It would be a different story if there was a strong low pressure wind pushing in the direction, but the barometric readings from that time prove that unlikely. Yeah.
それは地質学者もずいぶん前から言ってました。
Sure, geologists have been saying that for a long time.
だけど、実際には発生したのが大災害の数日前で、住民たちがそれに気づかなかっただけだって反論があるそうですが。
That's interesting. That argument's not true though, no. However, there is a counter argument that the gas was actually released a few days before the disaster, and the residents just didn't notice it until it reached them.
そうね。
That's true.
でももう一つ。 火山性ガスの
Oh yeah, I can't remember which elements, but it didn't contain key elements that were, used to, I think it was decay of buildings, yeah. There's one more issue, the elemental composition of the residual volcanic gas. God, I really hope we're going to get a story where, people just go down into the Sonozaki gas tunnel that was there and actually see what the fuck is actually down there and where it leads to and what is found. I really wonder if any canisters could be found. That would be so interesting, actually seeing what the gas they used was. Definitely some terrorist gas. I don't know if it's going to be one I know, but yeah. Well, that makes me sound really suspicious. No, it's just one I've learnt about, not one I've used. I think the most harmful gas I've used, I don't know, is in a science classroom. It's not anything that harmful.
有毒な火山ガスには硫化水素、塩化水素、アリュー酸ガスが大半を占めているんだけど、亡くなられた人の遺体状況を聞く限り、硫化水素はない。
Most toxic volcanic gas consists of hydrogen sulfide, hydrogen chloride, and sulfur dioxide. Yeah, interesting that. However, not a single trace of hydrogen sulfide was detected in the bodies of the deceased.
硫化水素を吸った人の肌は、一見しただけでそれとわかるほどに変色するのよ。
Hang on a second. So I want to see. This is probably going to be really quite terrifying, but yeah, what is the... What? Wait, what? Oh, I'm not getting any images, that's a shame. Yeah, that would have been really quite interesting. God, that's really surprising. Yeah, but the only thing is if, you know, explosives do actually contain hydrogen sulfide, then yeah, that's a key thing that they have completely missed. And my earphones are dead. That's completely the thing I completely missed. Getting to charge my bloody earphones. My bloody earphones. Why are they bloody? Right. Now I've got to probably do a lot of hassling. Please. Oh, I love this game. I'm actually getting application audio output. What the hell? That's never happened to me before. I've always had to, you know, faff around with closing the game, opening it again. That's so convenient. Oh, wow. Well, I'm not complaining. This plot is damn interesting, so, yeah.
塩化水素も同じような理由で除外。
Oh, yeah, hydrogen chloride can also be dismissed for the same reason. Hmm.
「そして即死性ということで、アリュー酸ガスは対象から外れる。
They did suffer instant death, and I think that's a really quite good thing that you can use for that, because I would assume with sulfur dioxide, I mean, I'm not really sure on the human effects of sulfur dioxide, but like, I'd assume, I wouldn't assume that it would kill you instantly. I mean, I thought it would just, oh, I don't know. Oh, I really don't know. And given that the victim suffered immediate death, we could exclude sulfur dioxide as well.
二酸化炭素あるいは一酸化炭素による窒息死の可能性はどうですか?
Then what about, but would it kill you No, carbon monoxide poisoning. It depends on the concentration. If there's a lot, then yeah, of course. But if there's not much, then maybe not. But then what about the possibility they suffocated due to carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide poisoning?
生存者がいたらしいわね。
Oh, it seems like there were survivors at the time.
河原で目を覚まして分校まで歩いてたどり着いた。
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, no, I found that really quite interesting. Of course, there was going to be somebody that survived there because, yeah, the Matadogs wouldn't have just thought of putting the gas there. Yeah, a boy woke up by the riverside and walked to Hinamizawa.
距離的に窒息するほどの濃度内を無呼吸で移動するのは不可能よ。
Yeah, but the only thing is, obviously, we thought that he was just living in an impossible situation because, yeah. Everything around him was completely fucked. And obviously, because of his heightened state of paranoia, we thought, like, maybe his symptoms of being really, really just, you know, whenever you're really feeling horrible and you just feel as if any step you take is just like you're just moving a fainting body, really. You just sort of feel like that. So, yeah, you wonder. I always wondered whether like the horrible feelings that Katie had could have been brought on by something like that, but no way. Yeah, it's so interesting that because that fully explains Higurashi.
これは火山ガスではなく神経ガスと推察したの。
Yeah, Based on the hypotheses and results of the forensic analysis, I assumed it was caused by nerve gas. Oh my fucking god, this is so irritating. Why does this AirPod always, earphone even, always rotate? Right, there we are. And results of forensic analysis, I assumed it was caused by nerve gas rather than volcanic gas. Yeah, fair enough, yeah.
そしてその猛毒ガスは決して
Oh, yeah,
自然物からは
good
発
one.
生しない。
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even though they have discovered the gas, are they going to discover the perpetrators of the gas? So how are they going to do that? Yeah, but it's true though, yeah. Oh my god, yeah, understandable. Realising the meaning behind those words, Miyuki swallowed the saliva that had been clogging on her throat. Yeah. Yeah, back then. Wait, hang on a second, what? Back then, no research institution or public facility handled such dangerous chemicals. And if that's the case, then...
それにしても危ないところでした。
Whatever the case, it was a close call. Oh, that's interesting, because... Yeah, I suppose if the nerve gas was actually there, then maybe it couldn't... Maybe its time to actually completely wear away could have been...
現地で知り合った人たちが脱出手段としてその隠し通路を使うつもりでいたんですけど、もし入ってたらとんでもないことになっていましたね。
Jesus Christ, they were though. It was so lucky that, you know, obviously they didn't, but the fact is, Mion needed to retrieve a bell that would obviously... Well, Shion needed to retrieve a bell that would obviously make her power of the Sonozaki head really, really prominent, and everybody would have to accept it as, you know, the traditional symbol. So, yeah, whatever the case, it was a close call. The people I met here were planning to use the secret passage to escape, but if they had actually made it there, it would have been awful. Oh my god, I couldn't agree more. And we saw in that bad ending too what would have happened.
事前にもっと言っておけばよかったわね。
Oh, she couldn't have known, but yeah, I'm sorry, I wish I had told you more ahead of time.
でもあなたもみんなも無事
I couldn't
で
agree more, yeah.
何よりだわ。
Yeah, and I really wonder how this would have changed if that wouldn't have been the case.
いえ、そんな。
No, don't worry about it.
それでどうしますか、皆さん。
Oh, what are you going to do, Mina-san?
この調査、今後も続けていかれる予定ですか。
Are you planning to keep moving forward with this investigation?
さて、悩むとこ
Well,
ろ
there was a
だわ。
problem.
これ以上人員を派遣して調べるとなると、警察庁長官の許可が必要ね。
If I'm going to dispatch more people on this investigation, I'll need permission from the director of the National Police Agency.
みゆきさんはどうする？
Alright. Of course, that's actually going to be really quite difficult, but yeah. I'm sure she could do it if she wants to. I really wonder what, you know, maximum potential Tomoe investigating crew could actually do. They could uncover a lot, I'm sure. I think it would be very hard to uncover the, you know, criminal elements, but behind especially Tokyo, because Tokyo's entirely changed its course now, and secondly with the Mountain Dogs as well, because let's be honest, that organisation is dead. Takano's dead. Nomida is probably, I don't know, bathing in fucking hot tubs every day or something like that. What I'm basically trying to say is she's bathing in luxuries. Sorry, that sounded really weird, but like, yeah. She's probably got all the money and all the profits, and now she's probably enjoying a nice life where she can just laze around, even though she's killed 2,000 people as a result of her corruption. But yeah, let's just not mention that. Yeah, that's probably how she thinks. Hmm.
私はお父さんに託されましたから。
Definitely. I mean, her father was a really, really high position, so I'd assume that would be all of the mission things solved. I was entrusted to this task by my
機
father.
会さえあればいつでも現地調査に赴く予定です。
I plan to continue doing on-site investigation anytime I have the opportunity.
だからもし可能なら私もミナイさんの調査チームに参加させてもらえると嬉しい
So
で
that
す。
would be brilliant, yeah. So if possible, I'd be happy to enjoy your investigation team, Minai-san.
これから公安で忙しくなるってのに、そんな暇作れるかしら？
Public security is going to keep you busy, so I wonder when you ever find the
で
time.
も、あなたの気
Yeah,
持ちは
oh
とっ
god,
て
yeah,
もあり
definitely,
がたい
yeah.
わ。
It really just shows how much, you know, they feel that they can do the same investigation together and they actually want to cooperate, yeah.
時期が来たら、 あなたにも声をかけるから。
brilliant, yeah.
その時はよろしくね。
I'll be sure to give you a call when the right time comes, so thanks in advance. Okay. Ooh, I wonder what this is going to be. Ooh.
ええ、はい。
Yes, indeed.
やはり現地に残存物がかなりあるようで
Oh,
す。
just as I thought, there seems to be a lot of residue in the local area.
ガスの方も、はい、そうです。
And the gas too. Yes, that's right.
まだ自然消滅するまでには至っておりません。
Yeah, definitely. It still hasn't naturally dispersed
おそ
yet.
らく内部に入れば、当時使用したボンベ類が間違いなく発見され
Yeah,
るでしょ
oh
う。
my god. I really wonder. I mean, yeah, once we're inside, we'll likely find the canisters that we used back then. Yeah, so I really wonder.
「そうですね。致し方ないかと思います。
That's right, I think there was probably no other way.
なるべく自然な形で封印を。
Yeah, do as much as possible to seal it in a natural way.
はい。地盤が緩んだことで崩落して、地下道が埋没したということにするのが一番かと。
Oh, that's fair enough, yeah. Yes, it would be best if a landslide caused the underground passage to become buried.
方法は自衛隊の作業班の方々にお任せし
Oh,
ます。
interesting. I'll leave the self-defense force team to decide the precise method.
今後、発掘が二度とできない形にしてください。
My god, fair enough, yeah. Just make sure it's in a state that it can never be excavated again.
それでは。
Thanks. That's actually really quite interesting that she's, you know, leaving the self-defense force to decide the precise method. I mean, obviously this is an order from up above. They are going to have to follow it, but at the same time it's just interesting because the self-defense force did have quite a lot of links within, you know, Tokyo especially, and the military element behind it. Tomoe hung up the phone and gazed up at the ceiling to sort out her feelings, then let out a sigh. She was so tired. Oh god, yeah. This is probably the job she was most unwilling to take charge of. Dismal communication. Oh god, that must be really quite annoying when you're tired, especially. God. boring part of your job. And you're tired.
ごめんね、みゆきさん、赤坂さん。
I'm sorry, Miyuki-san, Akasaka-san.
大石さんも
And Oi-san, I'm so sorry.
本当にごめんなさい。
Wait, what? Oh my god, wait, hang on a second. Is this because she tried to investigate, you know, Hinamizawa in June of 1983 and yet it didn't work out?
それに、
Plus, these people were... What? Oh my god. Oh, so this is... Yeah, so... No, these people weren't slaughtered. But yeah, oh my god, no, I know. These people were slaughtered without even knowing why. Seriously though, it's so awful. I mean, yeah, Tomoe closed her eyes and prayed for the regrets of those 2,000 villagers. Yeah, of course, such a self-serving display can never save themselves, and that is brutal, but it's true. And surely God will never forgive Tomoe for this, so she'd likely be cast into... Nah, come on, that's ridiculous. Even so, this is the only way. The enemy who deserved to be arrested and accused had already disappeared beyond the grave. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, it's actually really quite interesting. How do they know that? What? So there was no one left to save. First, the Great Hinamizawa disaster will be buried in the darkness as a natural disaster. Yeah. Oh shit. Because no matter what they do in terms of investigation, well, maybe they are going to disprove this, and then, you know, obviously its label is going to change.
こ こまで
Even though I
分かった
understand.
のにな。やっと真実に
Oh my god, even though I finally arrived at the truth. Ever since she gained control of Public Relations Office, Tomoe had been using her authority and connections to grasp the truth behind the great Hinamizawa disaster. The Alphabet Project... What the fuck? How does she know about that? Wow! The Alphabet Project that had been conducting secret research. An unscrupulous politician who, yeah, had used it for his personal gain. Wait, oh my god, I wish it said his or her, then I could, but that's Nomida, yeah. And furthermore, a pitiable woman dreaming... What the fuck? She's literally found the truth of the incident. What? Genuinely, she has actually found the truth of the incident. Wow. Oh my god, there is so much we've been missing. Seriously, how the hell has she not only found this, but secondly, hang on a second, so I wonder if this is after the gas disaster or before the gas disaster she's actually found all this information. Oh my god, though. It's awful, though. She knows everything that happened and yet she couldn't do anything to stop it. God. Oh, wait, no, yeah, of course. She didn't know at the time, obviously, but like, yeah, the more she looked into it, the more she lost herself to anger and hatred. Oh my god, that's understandable. Oh shit. Oh, that's horrible. Of course he would have. I don't even think that's true. I think he lost his life, you know, when the Mad Dogs were cutting cables for, you know, phone wire communication. And then, you know, them trying to intervene, but, yeah, completely being shot in the head by the Mountain Dogs. And same for Kumagai as well. Yeah, much like Tomoe was a respected mentor for Miyuki. Yeah, she was, yeah, Detective Boy, she was an irreplaceable mentor for Tomoe. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Really? God. The most probable explanation was that operatives at the time disposed of him. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, but where? And in addition to... Oh my god, Rika. Yeah.
Ryugu. Reina.
Oh, definitely not Rika. Yeah, I would have thought, you know, just any girl of significance regarding that. But yeah, oh my god, what happened to Nena? Because this was Sumi Horoboshi in theory. I wonder. She too is still missing. Yeah, somehow doesn't surprise me. Oh. Oh, interesting, yeah. Yeah, like we found in Tsukiyotoshi. Yeah, but a few years later, a hat that seemed to be lost, a lost article of hers was found downstream on the river flowing through Hinamizawa with blood stains on it. So she was probably no longer alive. That's actually really quite interesting. So I'm assuming that Sumi Horoboshi's bad ending happened, but then, I don't know. Well, you are a fucking idiot. How can that happen? And yet she's still being alive. You know, that just makes zero sense. So I'd assume either Tsukiyotoshi or maybe Sumi Horoboshi. I don't know. Oh god. Yeah. Oh, that's horrible. Yeah, in the end, everything came to an end without learning anything about Ryugu Reina's assault or Ozaki Nagisa's case. God. Yeah, by the time Tomoe finally learned the truth of the disaster, it was already too late for everything. Yeah, my god. I think it's just so brutal that, you know, she's found the truth. She has actually found everything, and yet it's just been too late. If she found this, she must have so much guilt. If she found this years ago, she would have been able to prevent it, but now she can't do whatsoever. God. Oh my god, that is awful about Oishi. Oh my god, it's just so awful that with Tomoe, like, you know, Nagisa, her case is not solved either. God, it really is awful. It's just awful how much has been caused by the Mountain Dogs. All of this stuff that she's mentioned here, all of these people, all of these, you know, poor, like, look at these people, for example, fucking kids. People that could have a brilliant life. Well, I mean, they're not debatable, but, you know, Nagisa, that's like, and Kohe, you know, her fucking boyfriend. And, you know, obviously Hidanuma, I suppose. Because, I mean, the Mountain Dogs did objectively kill her. They bribed her and then they killed her. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Oh my god, fair, yeah. Wait, hang on a second, that's actually quite interesting that she hasn't mentioned... So she's not actually sharing the truth of what happened there, just... Maybe it's just because it will be too painful, but at the same time I don't really think you should do this. Oh wait, no, hang on a second, it's probably because of differences between ranks. Being unable to share the truth with the people like Miyuki and Akazaka, who were working with such passion and conviction was truly painful. Yeah, my god, yeah. Yeah, I couldn't agree more, especially Akazaka. Especially him. With Rika. He will never forget her. But even if she told him the truth right now, it wouldn't bring them relief, it would only compound their sadness. No, I agree. Yeah, so Tomoe kept everything locked inside her heart. That was what she decided. No, at the same time, I think that is really good that she's thinking that, because I think, you know, like she said, Akazaka and Miyuki, they're investigating with such passion. They need to know the truth. But there was a part of her that thought that was a selfish way of thinking and not the right thing to do. Yeah. Suddenly, Tomoe opened her desk drawer and pulled out a photo. Oh my god, it was faded from years of degradation, but the smiles of two girls are still clearly visible there. Thank you, Minai-san. She said that. Oh god, yeah, understandable. The face of a girl bowing with a bright smile on her face came to mind, and I began shedding tears. Yeah, I failed them. Oh my god, it's just so sad to think, like, I mean, even though, no matter how hard she tried, yeah, that is the inevitable outcome. Yeah, I couldn't save them. I couldn't save anyone. Oh god. Yeah, that's even the worst thing. I mean, there are so many regrets that you can actually do things if you really, really try. Even if it seems ridiculous, but no, nothing can be helped here. Nothing. God, it really is awful. Having to live with this guilt, Jesus, and obviously all of the things that she's mentioned, they really do. They just suck. They really do. Oh, God. Oh, poor Tomoe. Yeah, drops fell down on the desk over and over. God, please, I know this is an unreasonable request, but just this once, please hear my plea. Even if it means sending me to hell. No matter what cruel, painful, sad and miserable future awaits me, I'll gladly accept it. So please, just once more. Oh, please, just give me one more chance to save those kids. And that is actually really quite funny, because she does not know what she is asking. Yep, I knew it already was going to do this, but still. Yeah, man. This really is quite something. It would, yeah. That would take a miracle, wouldn't it? Oh my god, that's just genuinely so funny. She hears the voice after thinking that, and then she just thinks like, what the fuck? That moment. Yeah. Yep. I emerged in an empty void with an unfamiliar looking girl dressed in a shrine maiden outfit suddenly appearing before me. With something resembling horns on her head. Yeah, definitely, yeah. I've never seen her before, and yet... Oh, that's so interesting, because she has. I think beforehand, obviously, she regarded it as a dream, and obviously something that was so unrealistic that, you know, it didn't happen. So, yeah, that's probably how she forgot about that, but she has seen her before. Yeah. You're a mysterious being. Oh my gosh, she's gonna be given a chance to restart, and she may emerge, you know, well. The fact that she hasn't died already is lucky, but the fact that she hasn't saved everybody, That could be worked on. Let's just say that.
全く僕たちのことを知らない関係のない人のはずなのに、
yeah, definitely, yeah. I couldn't agree
あなた
more.
の存在が運命の歯車を変えてしまう。
Even though we don't know you at all, even though you seem to be a completely unrelated individual, I mean, she kind of is, but at the same time, the more connection she has to Hinamizawa, the more she becomes related. Your existence will be pivotal in turning the gears of fate. Yeah,
奇
yeah,
跡を
definitely, yeah.
必然へと昇華する。例えるならそう。トランプのジョーカーのような人。
In order to make a miracle happen, it's necessary for the person like the Joker in playing cards. Yeah, yeah.
運命の歯車。
Gears of fate? Yep, she's remembering, and she is remembering how after this, it changed her fucking life around. That's right, back then, 24 years ago in Hinamizawa. Yeah, I had a dream and she was there. No, it was not dreaming, it was reality. But like, still.
歯車は全てが同じ向きにばかり回っていては
Yeah, and I
噛
just
み
find
合
it
わ
really
ない。
quite interesting. This was exactly the same as the dream 24 years ago. The gears won't turn if the cogs aren't all spinning in the same direction. Yeah,
正
definitely.
し
Yeah,
い動きをしない。
they have to move in the correct
中
way.
にはいくつか正反対の動きをするものがなければいけない。
It won't work unless someone's spinning in the opposite direction. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, yeah, fair. Hmm.
僕たちを取り巻く運命の歯車は強固すぎて、なかなか僕の思い通りには流れを変えてくれなかった。
The gears of fate were too strong, so the flow couldn't be changed as easily as we wanted.
だから僕はショット奇跡を集めて
Yeah.
リカの幸せを導き出した。
Who the fuck is Hidika? That's what Tomoe is thinking. So I've been gathering small miracles here and there in order to win back Hidika's happiness.
そうしなければ
Yeah,
流れは
yeah,
僕たちの
definitely, yeah.
思い通りには動いてくれなかったから。
Because without that, the flow would never move in the way we envision. Yeah, I really wonder if Tomoe is silent. She's either taken away too much by the fact that her dream is happening again, or maybe she's listening, who knows? Maybe she's able to process this. Yeah, it's a really interesting analogy, it really works. Hmm.
でも
But I realized...
僕は気づいたのです。実は動いていない歯車がまだあって、それを動かすための歯車が一つ回路から抜け落ちてしまっていたことを。
When we say reset, I wonder what's actually happened. The truth is, there's still one gear that isn't moving. In order to get everything moving, that one gear that fell out of sequence needs to be reset. Hmm.
それはとても小さなものだけれど、それを加えて動かせば
Oh yeah, definitely. It
止ま
may
って
be
いた
small,
歯
but
車が動き出し、
yeah, other things are interdependent on it. Yeah, it's very small, but if you put it back in place and start to move it, the other gears will move along with it.
今までびくともしなかった大きな歯車の向きが
Oh,
逆へと変わって動き出す。
that could potentially be really quite good. Hmm.
そんなものすごい力を持った 貴重で不可欠なもう一つの歯車。
There is another valuable, indispensable gear with tremendous power. Yeah, definitely.
そしてその動きは一見僕たちの邪魔をするもの。
And at first glance, that movement seems to be hindering us. Oh, but they can
でも
rise above it.
その歯車一つの動きで奇跡は必然となり、
Yeah.
運命のサイコロは僕たちの手へと移る。
but with the movement of a single gear, an inevitable miracle will put the dice of fate back in our
その歯車があなたです。
No pressure there.
「かけらに残ったまま、どうしても外せなかったよどみを取り除き、あなた自身はそのよどみとともに離れてゆくけれど、その結晶をより強固なものへと変える存在なのです。
By removing the stagnation from within that fragment that we couldn't remove, you yourself will drift away without stagnation. But you are the one who can transform it into something way more tangible. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, I just find it funny, like, Tomoe just basically being chosen, told that she is the chosen one, but she can't fucking comprehend it. But,
わかった。
oh, at last I
あ
understand.
なたは私に、それになれって言うのね。
Definitely, you're telling me to become that, aren't you? The girl remained silent and didn't respond to Tomoe's question. Fair enough. Yeah, but our eyes were saying that only you can
未
do
来
this.
ともえ、
Minai Tomoe. Of course, she knows her name.
過去に苦しみ、それでも前に
Yeah,
進
yeah,
もうと
definitely, yeah.
あがき続ける強い意志の人よ。
Oh yeah, I couldn't agree more, yeah. You've suffered greatly in the past, but you're still a person with a strong will to move forward. Yeah,
僕たちにはあなたが
yeah,
必
we
要。
need you. Yeah. This is interesting. This means Tomoe could potentially be in June 1983. She could be one of the people that will solve the mysteries of June 1983. Oh my god, man, I'm so fucking excited for Uda. Like, seriously. Hmm.
いえ、リカには
Yeah,
あなたが必要
understandable.
なんです。
No, Deacon needs you.
待っています。
Yeah, we'll be
あなたを
waiting for you.
あなたのその強い意志の力を このひなみ沢に。
For the power of your strong will in Hinamizawa. Oh, and now it looks like things have... Oh, that was the end. Oh my god, that was so fucking cool. Yeah, and I found it really quite interesting that as opposed to last time, exactly the same dream, but she knows. And she knows her fucking potential. That she can help with these... Whoa, that kind of scared me. A fragment on Miyotsuka's has been changed. What? Hang on a second, how has it been changed? Oh, it looks... Oh, interesting. So, after numerous detours and after receiving the thoughts of so many people, I finally managed to obtain this fragment. Wait, so... Let me just read this until... Wait, no, I don't recognise this. Wait, no, we haven't read this before. What am I talking about? It feels like we have, because the fragment stories is kind of merging into one. But yeah, let's read. So, after numerous detours and after receiving the thoughts of so many people, yeah, I finally managed to obtain this fragment. However, this one's shape, colour and even weight are completely different from the others. Why, you ask? It's because this fragment doesn't include the fate of Hudededika alone. Yeah, it includes everybody's, I'd assume. It's the big fragment. Up until now, we've only been considering how to obtain Dika's happiness. To that end, we've been working together trying to surmount that wall. However, that feeling was always repelled by Takuno's strong conviction and a willingness to put in the necessary effort. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, that is so fucking hard to beat. Nearly impossible, to be honest. Then is it simply impossible to defeat Takuno? Then is it simply impossible to defeat Takuno with only our collective thoughts and power? In which case, do we need stronger pieces? And furthermore, are we wishing for a miracle that defies common sense? No, that's wrong. It is wrong though, yeah. What we really needed was a shift in perspective. It's true that Takuno stands before us with great power and strong will. But just what is the source of that power? Yeah, what is driving that strong will? By searching for the answers to those questions and pursuing the lifeline extended behind her. Now, we have read this before. It's possible to find another patron that we haven't noticed before. Then is that who we needed to defeat? Yeah. Now, our arms are far too short to reach, and against a foe even more powerful than Takuno, there's no guarantee we can win. In which case, there's only one way. Yeah, the lifeline just needs to be severed, and the means to do that was in a surprising place. So I kind of got baited. They said that the fragment of Miyotsukashi was changed. I'm assuming that's in the original console version, where you know, the fragment, the 53rd fragment. What the fuck? How many fragments are there? There's 5. So 48th fragment. Wait, no. Why are there are not 9 fragments per page? What was I thinking? Wait, what am I even thinking? Bro, my maths is just the 35th fragment even. God, you can tell I'm tired. Right, I wonder what this is going to be. So, fragment of Miyotsukashi B. Oh, we get beauty. I like this music, but I want quickening, beat, and over the sky back. To be honest, they fit more. Now then, oh yeah, do you still wish to dream? Nah. Do you still desire something? Do you still want to ask something of someone? Oh, this world is not necessarily what you desire. The people living here are not necessarily who you wished for. And there's no guarantee. Yeah, definitely. Even though they have combined the fragments and they have made the gears flow in the right places, there is still no guarantee. They have to make it happen. Even so, do you still intend to move forward? Hell fucking yes, man. Even if rewinding the hands on the clock means throwing away the happiness in the present. Oh, that's interesting. Wait, hang on a second. So what Honey is actually going to do for Tomoe, I'd assume, is rewind the hands of the clock so that she's back in 1983, and I'd assume she'd sort of be like, I don't know if it's possible for her to literally time travel thanks to these fragments, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's... So, I mean, she would be returned to, obviously, her 20-year-old self. She'd probably completely forget about... No, she wouldn't. I don't know, maybe she wouldn't forget about herself, I'd assume. She wouldn't forget about, you know, her dedication and her... Maybe she would have forgotten about her, you know, future. And it probably is better if she did, but... Yeah, just back to that state of mind. We saw in Higurashi that, you know, Rika, with her same state of mind, went into that Rika. So maybe that could be with Tomoe as well, I don't know. Do you dare confront this bitter, painful hardship? Oh, but at the same time, do you dare save Nagisa? Look at Rena? No, you can't save Nagisa. Well, save anybody in Hinamizawa, discover the truth, stuff like that. Thank you. Your strong will is exactly what we were looking for. Yep. Let us carve the path to the future together. And this time, grab a hold of happiness. So pray that everybody... Yeah, that everybody can reach the happy future they desire. The one that has remained out of reach until now. Definitely. Yeah. Oh my god, man. There we are, guys. That is every single console fragment done. Oh, those last 2 fragments, they were so cool. That was really, really interesting, just seeing everything about, you know, the real truth behind the Hinamizawa Gasazasa, like, you know, the whole just learning more about it and seeing, especially like the whole... Oh, shit. Especially seeing the whole, you know, scientific related stuff and why the gas wasn't actually real and stuff like that. And oh my god, man, that was really quite fun seeing, you know, older Tomoe, seeing Miyuki as well, and seeing Azu. I mean, we didn't actually see Azusa, but it was just really quite nice to know that, you know, Tomoe's doing well. She's got husband, got kids, and obviously she's really fucking good at her job, and she's still training and, you know, really inspiring good people. It's really, really cool. So yeah, I really enjoyed what we did today. It was nice seeing the Meakashi. It was cool seeing the Meakashi thing, and oh, I really wonder what Takano is actually going to present as well in Miyotsukushi Yuda, because I think she's actually going to try and get some sort of Hinamizawa syndrome drug injected into Tomoe just from that conversation there. Oh my god, I wonder. I really wonder. This Miyotsukushi Yuda is either going to go so well, so badly. But my god, man, this is the final story we have. I am going to read Omote because I'm sad. I mean, because I love the Miyotsukushi PS2 and I want to see the advanced story cast because I love it. And I want to just reread it in general. But yeah, this is the last full story of Higu we actually have left. I suppose we have the horror stories, but they haven't released, so yeah, they don't exist, obviously. I mean, the 07 mod. My amazing logic. Right, let's see the epilogue for this. Yeah, this arc concludes the advanced story sequence. It should be read after completing Someuchi Kageboshi Toki Higushi and the connecting fragments. And interesting here, look, it's Kakiuchi Airport. Oh my god, could you imagine if we discovered the truth behind Tomoe's father's death? That would be really quite cool. Tomoe gives it her all in an attempt to solve all the remaining mysteries. Well, I'm going to end the video here. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and my god, I really did as well. These console fragments, I thought they were really quite good. Obviously not nearly as strong as the, you know, original connecting fragments from Matsuri Bayashi, but at the same time, they were so good. They really were. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed watching me play this, and yeah, I'm really excited to play Miyotsukushi Yuda. Holy fuck, it's going to be so fun. So yeah, I will see you in a really fucking cool chapter, I hope. See ya.